GameCube, I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links, that's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar, I'm arrows ahead. Get the point, moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down, but it's loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm loosely, ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crashed Nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather, be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, Lucius. Why they still lying? They don't do this bad at board games. Whole world clueless, selling their soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, leg guy propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge to tell her? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight Marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver.
All right. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter Presents. We also got special guests in the building. Mutual friend of ours, you probably heard us mention him in passing on the show before. Our homie Posheeb, who you can also find on twitch.tv/Posheeb. Go get the plug in right here, right now. Welcome to the 190th episode of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse that you can find also on Spotify, Amazon Music. You can also find us on Google, Apple, iHeartRadio. And if you do, don't forget to give us a rating. That really helps us reach more listeners. I guess we can call them Earth's mightiest listeners. That's kind of a little long, but still, you get the idea. Leave us a rating. That way we can expand Earth's mightiest listeners beyond Plus Ultra, which y'all have already kind of been up to a good job on, because we actually been getting more hits on the audio side of things, and we've actually started getting some ratings, so thank you all for that. But that said, we got a jam-packed show today. We are going to be talking about a lot of things, so this show, while it could potentially be longer than usual. We're not going to try and do that today. We are going to be trying to get through stuff very quickly. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Carter, what's good, pimp?
Hi, my name is Carter, and I respect my homeboy Poe Sheep a little bit less, missing that facial hair. I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat already asked, is that Ernie or Carter, little brother? You got to get your beard back, dog. You gotta get your beard back. Like yesterday. You got to get your beard back, dog.
Who?
There's actually a practical reason for why I shaved.
I mean, hey, look, I'm not hating. I respect the game. I respect it. But I guess, Carter, before we jump into our topics,
yeah,
because I feel like we should address what's going on here. Basically, what you should know is that, as I said earlier, Pochip was a mutual friend of both myself and Carter's, who is a comic fan. And he's hanging out with us today while we talk about some comics.
That makes it sound like we babysitting. I'm not gonna lie. That's what
we are not babysitting.
That's what you just made it sound like, right?
Look.
Let me cut this camera off right now.
No. Don't pay that man no mind. Look. When the 1999 super chats come in, Carter will be quiet.
No. You really just made it seem like, okay, I get to go to my boy house, but I got to bring my little brother with me. Fuck, that's what you just made it sound like.
No, that's not how it was supposed to come out. That was not how it was supposed to come out. But no, I was explaining because that's a question that's probably gonna come up. See, that's why we can't rise up. That's why we can't rise up and overcome.
Look, he's straight though. Herbert Scott in the chat got a Street Fighter 3 shirt on. He already winning. See, look,
there you go.
There you go. Who said that? Shout out to whoever said that.
That was Herbert Scott.
You already made
God damn it. God damn it.
See, look, already. They already with the shits, and I am here for it. Let's freaking go. This is what I'm talking about, y'all.
I'm my boy. Now he gets to experience this bullshit firsthand. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, you about to get it. You about to catch it, because you know what? Look, first off, I want to say, yeah, this is Herbert Scott right here. With the shout out to the shirt. We also got Seattle KO pointing out the third strike. But we also got the homie Gabriel, the Dark Knight. And Carter, do you know what he's talking about? Do you know what Gabriel Knight is talking about, Carter?
To do this in front of company. Do we have to do this in front of company, bro?
Carter, how can I deny the people the potency, the power, the privilege of a 1999 super chat? Thank you for that, Gabriel the Dark Knight. We appreciate you, pimp, who is a longtime listener, follower, supporter, one of Earth's mightiest out here, supporting what we do. Also supporting Carter in this effort. And by the way, all y'all who think y'all can sneak a penny in here, I got an answer for that. I got an answer. Wait a minute. Carter, you see what Elite X was? No penny. No penny. Actually, if y'all put a penny in here, I got a song for that too. I got a song for that too. So go ahead if you're bad. Y'all think y'all saving him.
Can we get the show to start, please? Can we start the show, please?
Hey, look, my wife has sympathy for you, Carter. Said, poor Carter.
I appreciate the chat, man. I appreciate y'all recognizing the shirt. Thank you all. I see we got some people in the chat that know what's up.
Oh yeah, we got some FGC heads in here.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. How does your wife feel? She probably trying to be in bed. She trying to watch her stories in the heat of the night or something. She constantly hearing 1999 down damn hall.
Oh, she at work. See, she at work.
You say he ain't got to worry about that. She at work, man.
Look, hell,
That ain't no problem.
Right? That's like, shit.
That ain't no problem.
Like, shit.
You know what? Since Bishop did just say that, Ernie, did you hear about Shannon Sharpe last night?
No, I did not.
Night?
He almost so the Lakers played.
Wait, he almost beat up Skip?
No, so and I wanted to.
He almost did like a week or so ago.
Yeah, he did. But no, I really wanted to go to the game last night, but the Lakers played the Grizzlies, and Shannon Sharpe was talking shit to Dylan Brooks, which is a player for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooks started talking shit back to him. Then John Morant started talking shit. And then Shannon Sharpe and John Morant's dad and Dylan Brooks almost got into it at the game last night.
Goddamn.
Bruh.
Like a bunch of people had to separate it because it was about to be very colored.
Hold on, where was this game at? Was this in LA?
It was
okay.
here.
I was about to say, brother, please don't why y'all wait till y'all
I
come
don't
to
even think
Memphis to do
Shannon
that?
Sharpe would even come to Memphis. I think he's one of those upper echelon black folks that are black in skin tone only. I don't think he'd come around Memphis people.
No, you just seen the Black and Mild and the and
What
was it he had? What was it? The hen dog.
The hen dog. That's a hen dog.
Yeah.
No, that Shannon Sharpe is he's country black. He's country black. He's southern. He's southern black.
Yeah.
That dude. Shannon Sharpe is as country as a chicken coop. But you know what else, Carter, is as country as a chicken coop?
What's that?
There's Daredevil Born Again news. Lord have mercy. We got to talk about some Daredevil Born Again news real quick because I want to get through this because it shouldn't take long, and then we're going to get into some April solicits. First and foremost, man, we got some news, Carter. I feel like I should have like the little beep, 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 beep. That is the news.
Matt Murdock got jungle fever. Matt Murdock got jungle fever.
He got jungle. Look. Matt Murdock is one of the only superheroes who can legitimately say, with all affinity, he does not see color. All he see is them cheeks. But no, for those that don't know, or if you haven't been keeping up, there is the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series that's going to be hitting Disney Plus probably sometime within the next year or so. It is and never mind the image of here, let's get this out of the way real quick. Bam and
I bet the image is how She-Hulk looked at him when he was getting up. And she was like, "You leaving?" And then he just turned like that and took the mask back off.
look, he's like, I was about to put my shoes on, but he's like,
"Oh, you ready for round 3?"
He's like, all right. Look, you know what it is? Remember the scene in Avengers where Captain America is just delegating to everybody. He's like, "Hey, you go here, you do this, you do that. You do this, you do that." And you know how he turned around and he looked at Hulk? That's how Daredevil looking in this shot. He's like, She-Hulk? Smash. That's how he's looking right now. But no, Daredevil Born Again, we got some casting news. Technically, we've gotten a few different actors that have been recently cast in this, but we just haven't talked about because there wasn't really much to say because we don't really know what's going on there. But Deadline just revealed this week that Daredevil Born Again has added Broadway actress Nikki M. James to the cast. Well, that is honestly, Carter, I would actually be shocked if you had. I would be shocked if you had heard of actress.
I can be sophisticated. I can go to the theater. That's fucked up to say.
Well, I mean, you don't.
Believe it or not, I've heard of her.
See. Man of culture. He knows. No. But no, Nikki.
I'm just kidding.
See this line. You lying motherfucker. But no, Nikki.
Never
M.
heard
James.
of this woman.
Yeah.
Nikki M. James is a Broadway actress, largely known for her roles in the Book of Mormon. She is also an award-winning Broadway actress. So, if anything, I say bully to her, and I look forward to seeing what is going on. But the issue here is not her acting credentials. It is that a lot of people are starting to get concerned because a lot of folks are under the impression that that means Deborah Ann Wall ass up out of here.
That's fine.
I mean, look, I'll be real with y'all, and I think Carter and I have talked about this before. Poship, I don't know what your personal preference is here on this matter, but I am not the hugest fan of Karen Page in the Daredevil Netflix series, nor in the Punisher series, nor I think the 2 seconds that she was in Defenders. And largely because I just felt like she just always had her nose up in everybody's business. I don't know.
Okay, I was gonna say, it was overexposure.
I can agree with that. Yeah. I do remember watching Daredevil. I was like, man, like, why? Like,
not just Daredevil.
Why?
Oh no,
Punisher.
She show up in Luke Cage for like 2 seconds.
Well, see, I didn't watch. Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah, she showed up in Luke Cage. They were trying to make her like the night nurse. I was like, nah, see, y'all need to back up.
That's what. Yeah, it's like, why is she taking spots that you should have very easily given to Rosario Dawson's character, because it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Correct.
Deborah Ann Wall, Karen Page in the Netflix shit didn't know who she wanted. She didn't know if she wanted the mass murderer, the blind man, the BBC, the kung fu white boy. She didn't know who she wanted. So
all of them.
It's a good thing Moon Knight didn't show up.
Oh man.
Oh, bro.
Look, she'd have been trying to hit all three versions of Mark Spector. She'd be like, man, look, I can get Steven, Mark, and Jake Lockley. But no, here's my thing. A lot of people are freaking out because they're like, oh, see, here they go again. Here come Marvel with this old bullshit. They gonna blackwash Karen Page.
Oh boy.
And here's the thing, and I want to. Y'all know Daredevil got more than one love interest, right?
Let's not even say that. Let's not just say Daredevil. Let's not just say Daredevil.
Yeah.
Several comic characters have gone. Peter Parker is not just Mary Jane and Mary Jane only.
No.
Correct.
No.
Steve Rogers been going through a whole generation of Carters.
He actually has. That is actually the sad part of it, is that it's not an unfair statement.
Sam Wilson, that boy went from gods to sisters to mutants. So like, let's not act like.
And he got a whole ass disabled woman as his boo thing now. He got Misty Knight. That's a handicap. That's a handicap right there.
Like, that's just cold to go from Jane Foster Mighty Thor to like, yeah, that was you went from a god back to a sister. How bad is the sex game of Jane Foster that you had Thor?
Well, he had to go back to her. She didn't have a hammer no more. She, he liked them stout white things. Wait, what do they call them? They call them pogs. Is that what they call them? Is that still a thing? Is that still a thing? I mean, here, I'm hit the button on myself just in case. But yeah, is that not a thing, Carter? Do they not call them pogs?
Man, I can neither confirm nor deny what this man is referencing.
Never heard that term before.
And I have not. Yeah, and they just chat is bringing up a good point as well. How many women has Wolverine knocked off?
Oh man, Wolverine done knocked off. Like, okay, first off,
Logan done been through them.
Oh yeah, no. The body count, the body count on Wolverine is borderline astronomical. Yeah. That man has been. Let's keep it real here. Let's keep it real. it doesn't matter because Daredevil, like, and I think that's a lot of thing people often tend to forget about Daredevil. Daredevil has not always been with Karen Page. I also want to point out Karen Page has been dead since 1999. Literally, she's been dead since 1999. She caught it in Guardian Devil in 1999. For those who don't remember, that was a story arc by Kevin Smith, where Mysterio was out here. Mysterio was
do that sometimes. Like, Mysterio would just randomly just get real bold out of nowhere in certain storylines because he did it in that.
Yep,
he did it in Old Man Logan. Like
he sure did.
He got a Gyllenhaal to play him in a fucking movie. Why do they do this with Mysterio sometimes?
They said, "No, man, we got to level you up. We got to level you up." But no, she got bopped off by Bullseye when he was trying to kill Daredevil. She jumped in the way of that billy club and caught it.
So I did not know where this was going. When you said bopped, I said, hold on, what?
Yeah, oh no, she got, dude, she gone. She ain't with us no more. She ain't with us no more.
And you know what's wild to me that people are going crazy over this is just that. Let's go back to the Netflix series.
Look, no, Carter, okay. I got to show this because y'all don't believe me. You want to know? Y'all want to know how dead Karen Page is, and the class is gonna say how dead, Blerd. She that dead. Look, you literally see it right here. It says she's gone.
Can you zoom in on Daredevil's right hand?
Oh yeah,
You see how hard this man is holding on to her?
He like that's my baby.
That man is. Wait a minute. Are those his teeth? You can see in the shadows.
That's the teeth. That's a pearly whites. That's a
Bro,
good middle plan.
That man is hurt. God.
Look, y'all remember
like that is the last woman alive. That man is hurt.
And look, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all remember Tyrese? Remember how he was crying?
Oh, bruh.
That's how Daredevil was crying. Like, this is my baby. He cried. He was crying. But no, she caught that billy club. And dude, that was it. Matter of fact, look here. I want to just because I want to show how nasty the kill shot was. This right here, that was the kill shot.
Hold on, dog. Wait, is that? Did he just throw it?
Yeah,
he did. It just
oh, that's Bullseye pimping. That's Bullseye. Oh yeah, because when Bullseye throws it, it's deadly. So when he threw it, that's why he was like, I can't believe it.
He threw it just that hard, bro.
All right, so when you said Billy Club, I'm thinking like he just snuck up behind and clocked her in the head like a goon or something.
Oh no,
he just threw it and caved her chest in with it.
With the ferocity of Tom Brady resurrected.
Dude.
Gone.
And look, he didn't even need the Billy Club deflated. He just threw that. He was like, nah. My chest. Dude, you want to see something real ugly? No, you ain't seen nothing ugly yet. This right here is what you need to see. That shot. when it hit her, he's like, Karen. Look, when she got hit with that shit, she like, man, I'm dead.
Why they look like a one of those like one hit kill death move from Guilty Gear?
Look at his face.
Look, hold on, I'm gonna pull it back. Look at that.
Look at his face. Like
the horror.
This man. It's as if she was immortal and got killed. That's how he looking like. How is this possible?
Well, the messed up part was it was roughly around this time that she thought she had AIDS. So I mean, honestly, this was kind of a mercy killing. But but no. There are other love interests.
Yes.
Hell, folks forget that Daredevil used to knock off Black Widow.
You don't even have to go that far back. I mean, hell, in the Netflix series, even though Karen Page was in that show with Deborah Ann Woll, Elektra was there.
Yeah, Elektra was there too.
I was waiting on it. I was like, Elektra?
What we talking about?
Oh yeah, no, because a lot of people tend to forget that Elektra is a whole thing as well. And the thing I want to bring up too, and there's also another love interest out there that I think is probably more likely the case, and it's a love interest that's actually far more recent. If you've been keeping up with the Mark Waid run, if you ever kept up with the Mark Waid run of Daredevil, if you kept, and even the Charles Soule and Chip Zdarsky runs Daredevil. Red Batman. You would know that there's also another woman in his life by the name of Kirsten McDuffie. Kirsten McDuffie is technically Elektra is... Matt and Elektra are married currently, but Kirsten McDuffie is the woman of his dreams right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly...
name.
Yeah. To be fair...
McDuffie.
Yeah, McDuffie. Look, and honestly, it was roughly around time where I feel like a lot of characters were coming out with that name McDuffie, because what was it, Naomi? Her last name wound up being McDuffie, but that was an homage to, the writer. Mm-hmm. One of the forefathers of Milestone Media. But the thing
I don't like talking about Naomi, bro. Because every time you talk about Naomi, I swear to God, bro, that was the nasty dog. Let's move.
That was a nasty ass fly move, wasn't it? No love.
Oh my God, bro.
But no, she could just as easily be playing that character. She could just easily be playing that character. We don't know. We don't know if Deborah Ann Woll is going to come back as Karen Page, and if she does, it's not like there isn't room for more than one woman in Matt's life, because he has juggled some women's before. He ain't shy about it. But no, the other thing too is that Nikki M. James is also not the only woman that has been recently cast. Let's see if I can actually find her here. Yes. For those who are unfamiliar, Carter, did you watch The Deuce? Did you ever watch The Deuce?
The Deuce. Oh, the Freaky Food HBO show?
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. That one. Yeah, that show. Actress Margarita Levy, I'm gonna fuck her name. I think it's Leviva. Either way, doesn't matter. But she has been cast as well. So I mean, are we gonna start thinking she's Karen Page? Are we gonna start thinking she Karen Page too?
Dude. So here's the thing. I think with this Disney Plus show, they may allude to some things from that Netflix series, but they're more or less just trying to leave that shit alone. So the fact that they're adding this actress in there who could very easily be Kirsten McDuffie, which it wouldn't surprise me if that's actually who she fucking was.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we say for comics, man. I think this is just a case of we're moving on. Yeah. We're telling new stories. The Netflix stuff is still there for you, but we're doing this. We're going to show that Matt Murdock doesn't have to be latched on to one person.
Exactly.
And then that person be throughout everything. So,
we don't have to do that.
It's character growth, man. It's character growth.
Oh yeah, and then that's not even the only one. We got another one. Sandrine Holt is also another actress who has been added to the role. The Chinese Canadian actress who I think some will probably know from. I know her from The Expanse, but she was also in Homeland. But she has also been cast. We don't know who she's playing. She could be playing anybody. Who knows? And honestly, in the case of Kirsten McDuffie, she was always kind of drawn to be ethnically ambiguous. Like, I've never been 100% sure whether that woman is white, Hispanic, Jewish, or maybe she biracial in some capacity. We don't know, because in some books, she looked like a white woman. In other books, she looked like an Indian woman. In some other books, she could potentially be Native American. You never know with Kirsten McDuffie. She is one of the most racially ambiguous characters I think I have ever seen in the history of comics. Her skin color changes more than sunspots. But no, I personally, yeah, if they bring back Deborah Ann Wall, I won't be upset about it, but I won't give a shit either. It'll just be a thing that it's like, whatever, it happened. Okay, cool.
Because to be completely honest with you, and I'll just let see what Bishop thinks about this as well, but there's no doubt in my mind that the Daredevil series is going to be solid. I just want to see what this Punisher series is going to be, since the stunt guy snitched and let it be known that John Bernthal is doing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bishop, that's the thing. Like one of the stunt coordinators that works with John Bernthal, they had a picture together that was from this new series, or maybe he's making a cameo on Daredevil. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But I just want to see what this Disney Plus Punisher thing is going to be. That's what I want to see.
It's going to be on Disney Plus?
Yeah, it's going to be Disney Plus. Yeah, it's Disney Plus.
Even if it's just a fucking one shot like Werewolf by Night, I'd be all right. I just want to see. Anything will be better to me than the Netflix stuff.
Yeah, at this point, I totally get that.
You didn't like the Netflix Daredevil? Punisher?
Absolutely not. The best thing about that show was the theme song.
Damn.
That shit was, if you had to be at work in the morning and you ran out of NyQuil, put Punisher on.
Damn.
You know, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It's not. It was very forgettable. I can say that. I mean, all I remember is him hanging out in, what was that, like a warehouse.
Yeah,
big ass room.
Yeah, he had the warehouse headquarters.
Yeah. The big ass warehouse secret base with Maximilian. That's all I remember from that doggone show.
The casting of John Bernthal and that theme song, because I bumped that theme song sometimes.
Yeah, it was a good theme. That
theme slapped. But other than them two things, no.
I really enjoyed the show. My only beef with it was I really hated how he kept trying to cuck Microchip. I didn't appreciate that. I thought it was a bridge too far for Frank Castle. I was like, Frank Castle, you got a whole ass one man war on crime. Why you out here trying to creep on I guess they weren't necessarily like the best of friends or nothing, but why are you trying to creep on your partner's wife?
The best season of The Punisher was that first half of Daredevil season 2.
I was just about to say that. I was like, the best Punisher scenes were from Daredevil.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
But what you thinking about this? What you thinking about this possible Kirsten McDuffie, Karen Page recast there post Shibi?
This man here. See. Honestly, I particularly don't really care too much about either of these characters, so it don't matter to me.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, it's like, regardless of who is casted, I mean, it's like whatever. As long as Daredevil is doing Daredevil things, that's all I care about.
I mean, yeah, there you go. I'm not here for the love interest. I'm here to see old Hornhead in the costume beating that ass. That's all I'm here for. I don't give a shit about nothing else. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about who he's clapping cheeks with is the least of my concerns. All I want to see is Daredevil beating that candy ass. That's all I want to see. I want to see him walking down a hallway beating the shit out of fools. That's what I want. By the way, I just saw Maneater is up here. Girl, what's going on?
Maneater is in here, and somebody thirsting for Bishop because Miss Twilight 1 is asking who is that, because he cute.
You better watch out. You
already got one. It's third strike shirt, man. That's what does it for me.
Oh man, look, you better watch out.
No, it's the fresh shave, man. I'm telling you. It shaved off 10 years. 10 years.
This fool.
It adds 10 years to my lifespan.
You went from looking like you paying a mortgage to now you gonna ask somebody if you can take a Lunchable to school. Stop it.
No, actually, I went from paying a mortgage to paying a student loan.
This May. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Claudia D for the 25 months as at work, but still still watching. Dude, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's the love right there. I don't have it. I lost it because I had to refresh the chat because I had to refresh the stream window. But no, because we get. Well, let's see. Oh wait, no, we still got it. We got one here. I guess. Why was it not showing up? Either way, not important. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. That's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is going to be going back here because we got some super chats here. We got one from LJ Brown with the £5, and now I have broken it. Oh my god, I have broken the lower. Oh wait, because it's not showing. There you go. There is the at work but still listening. Hello all. We also got one here. LJ Brown with the £5 says, Carter, we know Ernie loves his pogs. Remember Goth Velma, who should be getting an HBO Max series soon? That series is actually already out. That series is actually currently out.
You know what he's talking about, right?
Whoa, wait, what was he talking about?
When you brought up that that lady that you used to fool with way back when.
Oh no, I knew that part. I knew he was talking about there. I thought, but I was more referring to the actual Velma show that is on HBO Max. Mm-hmm. That is there. I don't know if that particular woman. To be fair, she. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything because it just
would
imply a lot of things. But anyway, LP.
Right. Now when your wife come home. And you get them grits poured on your ass.
You are not about to get me caught up, sir. But no, here, I'm going to move this up just a taste because I want to be a little more there. There we go. That actually looks better. We got LP3 with the $10 Super Justice. Happy Saturday, Blerd Cave. I was reading a question posted in a Facebook chat a few days ago. Who has more love interest between Nightwing and Peter Parker? You know, honestly... I kind of feel like they might be even. I mean, Nightwing does kind of play around a little bit, but he always goes back to Batgirl, it seems like. Batgirl and Starfire, he always seems to bounce back and forth between them, and then like he occasionally has like some ish in between. Peter Parker had a hoe phase. He had a very strong hoe phase.
I feel bad now. That shit said Nightwing. Do you know my ass saw Nightcrawler and was like, wait a minute, what?
A man of God?
I had to look at it. When you said Starfire, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I had to read it again. Okay, Nightwing.
No, you talking about
my bad.
I thought that too at first. I was like, Nightcrawler. I said, who is Rain Smash?
Now let's be fair. Nightcrawler do be hitting.
No, he getting it in right now. Nightcrawler getting it in right now.
He found that one girl from Morocco, and look, she wore his ass out.
Yeah.
You know how wild that statement sounds? You said Nightcrawler getting it in right now. Like, what?
Oh, dude, hey.
What are we reading?
Look, Nightcrawler is a man of God, but that don't mean he ain't a man of laying some pipe.
You know, wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Somebody in chat said, I thought Nightcrawler too.
But no, Nightcrawler, his body count ain't quite up there, but yeah, Nightwing and Peter Parker, I'd say they're almost about tit for tat.
I think Nightwing's might have been bigger just because recently after he got shot in the head, lost his memory, he just running roughshod around here, call himself Rich.
Oh yeah. Was it Rick Grayson or something?
Yeah, Rick Grayson. Yeah, you just knocking off everybody. Didn't know Bruce and all that. He just knew he could do acrobatics for some reason. So I'm gonna use it in the bedroom. So
well, you know he back with Batgirl now.
Yeah, I did read it since they making him like. You know what? And I did read that Nightwing issue.
Okay, number 100.
You asked me to. Yeah. I did read that. So now let me make sure I'm understanding things correctly since we're talking about Nightwing. Are the Titans just the law now instead of the Justice League? Is that what it's implying?
Yeah. The Justice League isn't even a thing right now.
Yeah, Justice League's not a thing anymore. I know they said they wanted him to be the leader of everything, but from here on out, since the Justice League is just no more, the top force in the DCU right now are the Titans.
Yes, that is true.
Ray Fisher is coming, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. He coming.
Right. So
He coming.
before we continue, because I haven't been keeping up very much with DC as of late. Outside of what was that? The Knights of Steel.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
I just caught that too, Ernie. I saw it.
Yeah, I just saw. Okay, you saw.
Outside of that, who are the Titans right now?
Well, I mean, it's the
OG Titan.
It's the OG team. Basically, it's Nightwing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's Nightwing, Beast Boy, Raven, Cyborg, Donna
It's
Troy.
the cartoon.
Yeah. The difference being that Flash and Donna Troy are present.
Yeah.
Like, because they didn't have them on there. But that's basically the team. So basically you've got you've got pretty much every, and I didn't say this in the video that I did for Nightwing 100. It was something I was thinking about, but it just never materialized in my head to say at the time. But for those who are, I guess, familiar, unfamiliar, whatever, Jonathan Kent is the current Superman. Well, Superman's technically back. So technically, there's two Supermen running around. Is probably a more that's probably a more accurate statement. But what I'm thinking here is I could very easily see Jonathan Kent joining those ranks at some point. I don't think Jace Fox's Batman is gonna jump in on that grenade, but I could definitely see with how close Jonathan and Nightwing have gotten over the years, I could definitely see that happening. But yeah, this right here, this is the current Titans roster. And yes, Beast Boy does have an eye patch because he caught it from Deathstroke.
I was like, is that just Shadow?
No,
that's
he was victim number one when Deathstroke started clowning.
He shot him in the face. He shot that dude in the face.
Like the first time you see Deathstroke get that big buff in that new DLC pack. Yeah. Good old Beast Boy with the first one. That first issue, you didn't see this motherfucker to the end. Gone.
Oh yeah. He came back with the eye patch on. But no, what I was gonna say is as far as that goes, Nightwing, he is kind of, but the thing is, we can't forget how many people Peter Parker's been with. He's had multiple girlfriends out. People only think about Mary Jane and like Black Cat. But people forget he knocked off Hawkeye's ex-wife. He was getting in on Mockingbird, and he was also fucking with Captain Marvel for a minute.
He was messing. Oh, what was that cop's name that got turned to a goblin?
Damn, I'm forgetting that heifer's name.
Oh, but you know him.
Don't forget about Silk.
Yeah.
That don't count though. That was
what you mean?
The only reason I say that don't count is because that was just because of the stupid ass thing that they tried to do, where when those two were close together because they got bit by the same spider, we smashing.
Yeah, that was what that was.
That was a very weird ass fucking thing.
It was a strange time. That's all. That's what I'll say.
Had to be locked away because if she was in close proximity to Peter, it's time. It's going.
They would have to. When it's like something like where her powers, like her, she got like some pheromones or something like that. Like
it's pheromones that basically attract them to one another. Also, I missed the super chat. I missed the super chat earlier. I want to address that. We got one from GoCon Sure His Baby's Father with $5. Said, actually, we got two of them from GoCon that are from like throughout the day. But they said another super chat before my phone cut off. These Fruity Pebbles are the best. And he came back with another one. Said another $5 says, I finally came down from my high. Did I miss anything?
What kind of Fruity Pebbles are you eating to be high like that?
Well, he probably got the Fruity Pebbles gummies, man. He probably got the gummies. Got the Fruity Pebbles laced with the THC. See, that's how you know GoCon is a menace. That man is a menace out here. We also got one from the homie Chi-Town Dan with the $5. Says, came from the latest Blerd Cave episode. Wasn't expected to be hosted by yo comic book boys, the New Day. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, Superboy is back, too. I forgot Superboy was back.
Yeah. I was actually telling Boshib about the little contest they did where fans got to pick what book they wanted to come back.
Mm-hmm.
That Superboy issue it was very short but to the point. That shit was fun.
It was good. It was very good.
Let me look that up real quick. When did that come out?
That was
last year.
Late last year.
Yeah, it was like
like DC Round Robin.
Yeah, it was the DC Round Robin. That's what it was.
So what is the actual? Is it just Superboy or is it Superboy?
Yeah, it's just Superboy.
Let me see. Superboy. You said it came out
2022. It was last year.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it was like mid to late last year.
Yeah, we also got
Wait a minute.
Well, Lord, he saw the haircut, didn't it?
I think he did.
I see a fade. I see the fade.
Look, man, he got
my
Clippers
boy
line.
back.
Yeah,
He back.
Bruh.
He back.
Hold up. And he got the jacket too. Oh yeah, hold on. I got to go get this comic. I got to go get this.
Well, while you doing that, we got
Jonathan Motor.
We got Jonathan Motor with the Blerd Club in the Diamond Mine for 24 months.
Good
and
God.
Parker is a thought.
He really is. Like I said, if you go back, because I think we've talked about this before on the channel, but yeah, Parker is he a hoe out here. So look, I ain't mad at him. They said they got THC ramen, Carter. Get me out of here.
Well, you know
Yeah,
they
got all of that.
I was gonna say they got the hemp lotion. That's all people use here.
Oh God.
Like,
Wait a minute.
The THC lotion.
Jonathan, who just dropped that super chat, is that a Megalobox avatar you have, sir?
Is that Joe?
Is that the Nomad?
Is that Joe? I just noticed that.
It might be.
That is the Nomad. That is the Nomad.
I never even noticed it before.
Hey, shout out to you, because that is an awesome anime.
Well, he's a man of culture. He's a man of. Oh, he confirmed. He confirmed.
Hey, yeah.
Look, Dominic Cole says Spider-Man. Anytime he see Black Cat, can I get them yams? Here's the thing. They kind of messing with each other right now, because that was kind of the whole thing between Black Cat and Mary Jane just recently. Black Cat is trying to figure out whether or not she should tell MJ that she getting her back blown out by her ex.
It really shouldn't matter, seeing as how she got
a whole ass. No, she got 2 kids.
2 kids in 6 months.
Yeah, right?
I don't know why that worked in Marvel Logic.
Yeah. So basically, and now I'm starting to wonder. I think I now know how she wound up with that. I think I now know how she got it. I
know you're gonna explain it. I don't care, because this Zeb Wells run is so bad to me. To him.
Look, Carter. Let's be real here. Carter just hated because it ain't Superior Spider-Man. Let's just go ahead and put that out there on Front Street. He just don't like it because it ain't Superior Spider-Man. If it was if it was Otto Octavius, he wouldn't have said shit. So
I'm gonna tell you how that argument never worked. I'm gonna tell both of you bitches. I'm gonna tell both of you bitches why that argument don't work. Because after Superior Spider-Man, when they brought Peter back, and he was doing the whole Parker Industries thing, I was loving it still.
But you know why? Because he was eating off of Otto Octavius's hard work. See. Anyway, moving on along, because we still got tons of shit to talk about. We got. Let's get to our next thing, because I didn't even mean to. I meant to be on the other shit by now. We about 48 minutes in, and we ain't even talked about half the other shit. Let's move on to our next thing. First and foremost, we're just gonna run through these because we just don't have the time. Here, let's do that and. That. Moving on. Eve L. Ewing. Carter. She is taking over Black Panther this coming March. And this is pretty awesome to me. But here's the thing. I kind of have to laugh about this. Because y'all, you know what? Y'all did it. Y'all wished on that damn monkey's paw again. and I have to laugh. I can't help but laugh. It looks good, though. I will say this. It does, in fact, look pretty cool. Eve Ewing and Chris Allen are going to be taking over the Black Panther series following the end of John Ridley's run. And she did actually have some things to say about this. This is the cover for the what will be, or is the this is actually even the cover. This is just promotional artwork. I don't even think this will be the actual
that's
cover.
Pretty nice.
But basically, what Eve Ewing, and those who don't know, Eve Ewing is the woman who is currently writing the Monica Rambeau Photon series. She is also the author of my favorite Ironheart series, Riri Williams' Ironheart, which is absolutely amazing. And I think Eve Ewing is largely responsible for the portrayal we saw of Ironheart in Wakanda Forever. But Eve Ewing said that when I had my first conversation with Will Moss, who edits Black Panther, and I found out where the John Ridley run is going to end, I had to laugh. No spoilers, but the status quo is going to be more than a little disrupted. But she says, but I've always believed that the fun of writing these characters is not completely ignoring or undoing what your predecessor did, nor is it simply continuing with their storyline. It's taking the reins from the place where they left the story and accepting the challenge to make it your own. In this case, I can say that I'm extremely geeked about the ways we're picking up where he leaves off. So here's the thing. You are probably going to, like, it's going to be kind of I think it's going to be a mixed bag for a lot of people, because while a lot of people think that, oh, yeah, she's going to completely undo everything John Ridley just did, maybe. We don't really fully know. Is this going to be a Donny Cates situation? Is this going to be like a Donny Cates situation where, like, yeah, everybody was upset that Donny Cates came in on Hulk, and they're like, oh, man, he's just ignoring everything from Mortal Hulk, even though technically he really didn't.
And then you got the other end of the spectrum where Al Ewing went to Venom, and you don't know what's happening over there.
Yeah, Al Ewing and Rambeau just doing their own thing.
Shout out to you, Ernie, for always correcting me, because every time I hear Eve Ewing, I think that's Al Ewing's old lady or something.
Nah,
hey, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, hold on.
No, Eve Ewing is I mean, it's not to say that Al Ewing don't like the sisters, but I was going to say Eve Ewing is a whole other entity. Who knows? You never know. I don't know her spousal situation.
Yeah, but what else has she? What else has she written? And I know. Well, you know what? Let's not do that real quick. Let's stay on point. Let's stay on point.
Yeah.
From the issues of the John Ridley run, I read, because I know a lot of people hate that book. Coming from Ta-Nehisi Coates' run,
which is funny because they hated that at first too. Folks were getting mad at me because I was defending the John Ridley run. They were like, "Oh man, how could you like this book after everything Ta-Nehisi Coates did?" I was like, "I'll be honest with y'all. I said I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers hated the Ta-Nehisi Coates run, because when I was talking about it initially on the channel, folks were like, man, this book is mid as fuck. This book is terrible. It's some hot trash. Ta-Nehisi Coates need to be removed from the book. He's a terrible writer." And then when they finally, like, when the book kind of progressed a little bit and people started finally seeing where it was going, now people retroactively going back and saying, oh no man, this is the most fire run of Black Panther ever. Yeah man, I was always down with this run of Black Panther. Y'all just don't know. And here's the thing, and to that I say, I'm glad y'all finally came to y'all damn senses.
You know what's wild about the Ta-Nehisi Coates run?
But y'all some hoes.
I don't think I ever told you this, but I'd read like maybe the first 2 or 3, maybe 4 issues of the Ta-Nehisi Coates run.
Yeah.
And I just completely dropped it. I didn't pick that book back up again until I think you and I were talking about it one time, or maybe I saw some solicits and I saw the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. I said, wait, what the fuck?
Well,
what the fuck is Wakanda doing running space? I said, okay, let me come back into this. So I say that to say, when I wasn't really paying this John Ridley Black Panther stuff any mind, just because I had read a couple of issues from I Am Batman, and I was just kind of like, yeah, I understand he wrote 12 Years a Slave. You got a big movie star writing the book, whatever the fuck, but then I hear you talk about it, and then I kind of read some issues. I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on. Okay, so T'Challa basically got undercover motherfuckers all over the planet that work for him and nobody knows about it. That's kind of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he done got found out though. That was kind of flawed.
He got caught.
Yeah, he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. But I'm like, that premise sounded a little bit interesting to me, so that's why I kind of got on to it.
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but then I saw then I read the most recent issue when good old Chris Evans laid them hands on Chadwick. I just thought that was just my blackness would not let me enjoy the issue. Man. I'm just playing. I don't take that shit that serious as y'all did. I saw people on Twitter losing their goddamn minds.
We were laughing
they
about
calling
it.
out. You would have thought John Ridley was a whole white man with the amount of racist I saw going on Twitter because Captain America laid hands on him.
People forget that John Ridley is a whole black man. Like, John Ridley is a brother. Like, folks was acting like they found out that Joss Whedon was writing this. Like, they acted like, ooh, Joss Whedon wrote this. Ooh, we gonna get him. We gonna cancel him. Yeah, dude, have you ever seen John Ridley? Carter, have you ever seen him?
I have not.
That's John Ridley.
Yeah, you look like you write slave movies. You look like you write slave movies.
He's like, man, 12 years a comic book writer.
Yeah. That looks like a brother that writes slave movies. Yeah.
this man. Yeah. Anyway, point of the matter is that we don't know where this is gonna go. Yeah. But what I definitely think is gonna happen is where the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda stuff kind of has largely taken a back seat. I think Eve is going to end up taking that and bringing it closer to the forefront. I don't know if she's going to shake up the status quo as far as like Wakanda being a democracy, but I definitely think she's going to shake up the status quo for Black Panther as he is currently, because I feel like over the course of his run, he is going to get a lot of, by the time we get to the end of it, the whole point of it is that he's made mistakes and he's going to realize he needs to fix them. But I mean, we got to also think about the fact that Ta-Nehisi Coates took a plot point from Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars and turned it into a whole story arc down the stretch. Like, he didn't address it immediately, but like, because he wrote about a solid 20-something, I think, odd issues of Black Panther before he even addressed it. But a lot of people don't even remember that in Secret Wars, T'Challa had went back in time and influenced some Wakandans to strive to invest in space travel, and that's how you got the Intergalactic Empire Wakanda. A lot of people don't remember that.
I think a lot more people didn't care about that just because it was like, to me, the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda sounds fire.
Yeah, no, it sounds great.
But when you see, and here's the thing that I think their mind didn't compute it when they read it.
Probably. That's very likely.
Intergalactic. Galactic. So I think when people
planetary
saw blue, green, purple fucking aliens, but they were Wakandans, and it didn't just look like the three of us.
Yeah.
People had a fucking problem with it.
Oh yeah, because the issue was people didn't like that Wakanda became colonizers.
Well, that too. That was another thing that happened in that story.
Because these people weren't a part of the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. These other planets, because I don't know. Basically, the Regillians.
They were getting snatched up. It's
yeah,
like, okay,
we
run this now.
Right,
Empire.
The rock
Empire
people,
in the name.
Yeah, like Korg's people. The folks from hell, they had the Clintar. The planet of the symbiotes was a part of the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda, and it wasn't because they wanted to be. They were enslaved, basically. So people were like, oh, so now Wakanda's a bunch of colonizers. This is a damn shame. But it's like, look, that's why I tell people, just let folks cook. Just let folks cook and see what they're coming up with. But
so
yeah,
is this run over right now?
No. It's got like, I think 2 more issues. They're on issue 13 currently. Because
when Carter first told me about this story, I was like, yeah, that's got to get gat. But
you're talking about Ta-Nehisi Coates. Ta-Nehisi Coates is over with.
Oh yeah, Ta-Nehisi Coates is done. I thought you were talking about the current.
That's finished. Yeah, that's finished and collected.
Okay.
Don't you have?
All right, cool. No, remember I told you I said
I'm talking about Ernie. I thought Ernie had. Yeah, there it is. Boom.
Right here.
Okay, because see, I'm one of those people where I hate reading stories
That thing is
during the
hell,
current
dog.
run. I hate to wait.
Why
I like
you
to
caressing it like that?
because it's Black Panther, man.
Because it's
Wait,
Black
no,
Panther,
it's
man. Okay,
Black Panther.
don't do that.
But
Black
I like to
Panther.
wait. I like to wait until the whole run is done and then read it all in one. Well, not one sitting, but I can read all of it at my pace
Yeah.
if I want.
Which
So-
I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
So okay, question.
So yeah, I need to go grab that.
Yeah, question. I'll leave it to you all after that.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been said how long this Evel Ewing run is supposed to be?
No, it's not been said, but it's assumed that it will be an ongoing, supposedly.
Okay. And the reason I asked that question is just because I know another complaint with the Ta-Nehisi Coates stuff was that it was slow.
Yeah,
He took his time.
well, because he's a novelist. He's a novelist.
Yeah,
so I
he
mean,
is.
yeah.
And the reason I say that is because people complained that book was too slow. And I think when John Ridley took over, the few issues that I've gone back and read and things like that, that shit is quick.
Oh yeah, he doesn't linger on shit. He doesn't linger like any like plot point. He's like boom, boom, boom.
So
boom,
I think the problem was, okay, people complain that, okay, Ta-Nehisi Coates was too slow. Now you get to John Ridley. All right, he doing shit. He doing too much. So now you're trying to say it's too fast.
It's
So I'm
Goldilocks and the
hoping-
Three Bears. It's Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's like the soup is either the porridge is either too hot, it's too cold.
Yeah.
Maybe Evel's Ewings will be just right. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
That's the only reason I asked. Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about real quick, and this one I don't really have a lower third for because it was kind of just added in at the last minute. But basically, it is the Avengers are getting a relaunch and new creative team. And basically what we know so far is that Jed McKay, he of Moon Knight, he of Doctor Strange, he of Timeless, he of various and sundry damn books, because he literally is like the guy who's writing everything at Marvel now.
Both of you read Timeless and really liked it.
Yeah, Timeless, like, because Timeless is, and it's kind of becoming their way of preparing everyone for, it's almost like a solicit in and of itself. Because it's basically just a way to be like, hey, this is all the stuff that's coming. But what I love is this book is actually going to tie directly into Timeless, like the core story involving Kang and Timeless. For those who don't know, this is the wait, there it is. The new series is gonna have it won't be all new, but it'll be a refresh of the roster. We see the up front and center, we've got Captain Marvel, Thor, and Iron Man, who were already, and Black Panther as well, who were already on the current roster of Jason Aaron's Avengers. We will also see the addition of, we're going to be trading out, rather, Steve Rogers Captain America for Sam Wilson Captain America, and we will see the return of Vision and the Scarlet Witch to the ranks of the Avengers, which is notable because, Carter, do you remember it wasn't the last time, but it was one of the last times that Scarlet Witch and Vision had encountered one another? It was one of the first times that I think she had encountered him after the Children's Crusade, I believe it was.
Was that in the Tom King Vision book?
No. This was in, I think this was just in Avengers. I want to say. I could be wrong. I could be 1,000% wrong. Yeah. But long story short, it was roughly around time to he was like, yeah, I can't fuck with you no more.
Okay, is that when he was like, yo, yeah, I tried to have a human baby mama, I'm gonna just make one, and then we got the Vision book.
Yeah, it was like they were kind of in and around the same time as one another, but yeah.
You laughing because you didn't read that book. That book was fire, by the way.
Hold up, it sounds like the one that I know about. This the one that he had the whole family and the children were wilding and all that.
It's the book that it's basically the book that inspired WandaVision.
Right.
Like it was this series.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yes. Hey, I really like that story.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
It was good. I
it's
one of the
that was tight.
Oh yeah, like Tom King was wilding on that book. I loved it.
That's why
that book was crazy.
That's why DC put him on lock as soon as that book ended.
Oh yeah, no, they came and scooped him up stupid quick. They were like,
DC
oh no,
snatched him up quick. But I thought they had interacted in that book. I didn't know it was something before that.
Yeah,
no, just back to answering your question. I thought
yeah,
that was
yeah. I see. Here it is. Actually, it was an AVX. It was an AVX when this
That's
happened.
why I don't remember, because I don't like remembering AVX.
Yeah, it was an AVX when there was a moment where she came to the Avengers mansion, and Vision was not having it. Look, when she showed, he was like, "What are you doing here, Wanda?" And then this is back when this show you how long ago this was. This was back when Carol was still Ms. Marvel, and she's like, "I thought it'd be nice if everybody."
I was like, look at those outfits.
He was like, "No. I'm talking to my wife." Why does this look like a scene from a Tyler Perry movie?
That's what I was thinking too. Why he do Carol?
He's like, look, I just like, and you just go there. Look, he's like, I have look. This sounds like some shit a motherfucker would say. This sounds like some shit I just said to a motherfucker before. I got empathy for all your life struggles, but what I do not have compassion or understanding for is the idea that when you were at your lowest, you chose out of millions of choices and variables in front of you, you chose to overpower me and use my body as a weapon against my friends and my home. I cannot forgive that. that was the moment that let me know. I was like, oh man, the honeymoon is over.
Yeah, that man said you gotta roll.
Yeah, you got to get up out of here. You got to go. But for those who have not been keeping up or familiar with some of the things that have been going on as of late, Jed McKay will be taking over Avengers. His book will launch on May the 17th. And it basically the long and short of it, the elevator pitch is that some of Marvel's greatest icons will assemble when they're gifted with knowledge of the tribulation events, a series of grand scale disasters that will spark upheaval throughout the known universe, which if you kept up with Timeless, the tribulation events were these things that Kang the Conqueror learned about, these specific events that basically one has to go through to get to the missing moment, and it's something that only a hero can achieve. But I love how one of the other parts of this is it basically refers to the star, the icon, the witch, the construct, the god, the engineer, the king. Basically, what they're referring to, the star being Captain Marvel, the icon being Captain America, the witch being, the construct being Vision, the god being Thor, the engineer being Iron Man, and the king being Black Panther. I thought that was actually a pretty neat little thing. Jed McKay is out here as of late.
So the writing won't be the problem with this book, because you and I talked about this yesterday.
Yeah,
and I told you that my problem was the roster, and I know why my problem was the roster. But shout out to Hideyoshi in the chat saying the Vision was looking at Scarlet Witch like, I will get you the child support money when I get paid.
Damn.
I knew that was the comment you were laughing at.
He's like, get on my back, woman. He's like, get on my back.
Man said Vision turned into Big Sean. Stop it.
Why? But no, I'll give you the roster. It's not the most revolutionary roster, but I think it's the roster that makes the most sense.
Yeah, and that's what I'll give you that one. I will give you that one, because I think my main problem was I didn't like that there were more fresh faces like in the Jason Aaron run, because even though the Jason Aaron run kind of hit or miss for me, just with the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, you had Blade and Kid Thing in there, you had Nighthawk in there, Starbrand. It wasn't your typical Avengers roster. I think that was my main. I think that was the main reason when I saw the team, I was just like, eh.
Well, that was kind of the thing too. So a lot of people don't remember this, but originally when Jason Aaron's roster was put together, it was supposed to have 6 core members with a rotating 7th. Gotcha. But because of the popularity of Robbie, because originally, folks forget, Doctor Strange was on the team at first. He was the first rotating member. And then eventually Robbie was supposed to rotate out, but because of the nature of the way the story went, Robbie stayed. Yeah. And then they just kept adding, and then Blade wound up being team. Blade was like, oh, we're gonna get back to the rotating member thing, and then that never materialized either because Blade just hung around.
It felt like Justice League Unlimited. We just got a different episode with new motherfuckers.
Yeah, which I was kind of fine with, honestly. I was kind of fine with. But the thing is, I think this will be the starting roster. I'm pretty sure eventually more characters will get added because another thing people can't forget either, and maybe the John Ridley run may have something to do with this, may not have something to do with this. Namor was on the team during Jason Aaron's run, though he might not be anymore considering whose side he just picked in the civil war between the Avengers and Wakanda.
He looked at the Charlie and threw that Hadouken up real quick.
He's like, do.
Yeah, he threw that Hadouken up real quick.
Yo, so Irv, what is this? Irv Sweet in the chat said this roster feels like it's set up to be MCU centric in a couple of years, and that was actually my first thought when I heard about that team.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I do agree with Stellar Avenger. It does. I would have liked to have seen some Monica Rambeau on this team, but I'm kind of waiting to see where her series ends, and I'll reserve judgment there. But yeah, I totally get the sentiment. Gokon Shuri's baby's father with the $2 super chat. Let's see here. Let me move this out of the way. It says, drop the ramen edible location, please. I don't know where it is. Someone in the chat said it. I would eat some weed ramen. That Ichi Weedo or Weedo Tensei.
That sounds like that might taste ramen. Like I don't know, man. Dog. That sounds like it's gonna taste like medicine or something.
But you just use the weed as the little herbs and spices in there. It might be able to make it work. I see one from Pop Culture Guy 3000 with just enough money for the three of us to get Little Debbie pies, $1.99. Fingers crossed. Viv shows up in What If season 2. Why does everybody like Viv Vision all of a sudden? I liked her since Champions. Yeah, Champions.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I liked her in the Tom King Vision, but Champions is where she got a lot of panel time. And she's back. She just came back for Scarlet Witch.
Let me ask you all this, because bruh just put this in the chat. With this Avengers roster we have, since you got one person saying it's MCU centric, then you got another person saying he's more so it's Jim McKay, right? So it's gonna be fire. Bruh says replace Carol with Monica, and it's perfect for me. How would you all feel about that?
I mean, it wouldn't bother me. Here's the thing: it wouldn't bother me one way or the other because I like both of them equally.
Oh, are you saying that because you know you ain't got to worry about it because Carol Danvers got her own book?
Yeah, she got her own book too. If I want
So,
more,
yeah,
look. Let me tell you something. Let me tell. Look, hold on. Let me tell y'all something. I always got Captain Marvel on deck. So
anyway, say I'm be straight regardless.
So look, I'm gonna be look. I'm gonna be straight. All right. Look,
and that would be pretty tight though.
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau on that team.
And honestly, I'll throw you one better. You could have them both on the same fucking team, and it would be even. I would take it. It would be better than perfect.
I don't like that because
they got two different power sets.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It's two different powers. It's two different. Because here's the thing people don't think about. For one, Monica Rambeau's powers are completely different from Carol's. Completely different. And
you're talking about from a power perspective.
Yeah, from a power perspective.
I'm talking about from a that would be cheap. Look, who they gonna fight?
Look, the team would be tournament banned. That's what.
Who gonna beat them?
Like they would not be able to fight as a team, and then that would defeat the purpose because they're like y'all too strong. We're gonna have to separate them. So it's like we get individual. We always getting like. We got Black Panther and Thor here. We got Iron Man and Carol here. We got Monica and Vision and Wanda.
Iron Man and Cap can stay home. No, Iron Man and Cap can stay home. Iron Man and Cap can stay home. Look, Carol. Look, first off, here's the thing. Do you know it's the same reason why they always write Blue Marvel out of everything?
Don't get me started on that.
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold
Let's
on.
let's not bring that up because see, I do not want to get triggered.
Hold on, wait a minute. We got a little something here. Look, and you know what, Carter? I thought about this just for you. Just for you.
What are you talking about?
We got Jonathan Moda coming in here. He just hit us for max damage. And Final Fantasy with that 99.99 super chat.
Maximum damage.
Look, he hit us strong. Says loving the flow today's episode. Awesome work, gents. We appreciate you, pimp. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We also got LP3 coming through. Says, have either of you? Oh yeah, dude, we got a hot and ready. Yeah, because it's not a $5 foot long anymore. Them things is like $6, $7, $8 now.
Yeah, Bishop is in here now. Can you confirm this? Don't no more $5 hot and readies at Little Caesars.
I think they're like $6 or $7 now.
You know what? I can
or you and Pika just too sophisticated to just touch your hands with Little Caesars?
No, I'm gonna tell you, like Little Caesars, for the longest, I only get the cheesy bread. I hadn't got like actual pizza.
I respect
forever.
it.
Oh, wait a minute. I found it. Let's see here. Hot and Ready's. Let's see where they at. Look, they don't even advertise the Hot and Ready no more. They ain't even advertise it. They ain't even advertising it. Look, you know what I see on here?
Don't.
Here's what I see. I see slices and sticks, $6.99. That's what I see.
All right, real
slices, not even a whole pizza.
Well, no, what it is they cut the pizza like it's the cheese sticks. Like half the pizza is cheese sticks, the other half is actual pizza.
Yeah, I'm reading this super chat on that one. Have either of you read Nemesis Reloaded #1 by Mark Millar? If so, what did you think of it?
I read it. Yeah.
Okay, so I told Oshi about the original series, and I put it on Twitter. A lot of you all saw that, where Mark Millar said that he actually made more money from the original Nemesis than he did from the Civil War book he wrote, because he wrote the original Civil War.
Right.
He said he made more money from Nemesis than that, which just blew my fucking brain.
I believe it.
But
And
because it was creator owned. Yeah.
it's Steve. It's the original was Steve McNiven. That's who did Old Man Logan with him. That's why that art is so good.
Like these covers, man, are fucking tight. Dude.
Oh yeah. Nemesis was lit.
Yeah, Nemesis is problematic as fuck. But when it pertains to Nemesis Reloaded #1, I did read it. It was very weird, in the sense of Nemesis Reloaded is supposed to be a prequel to the original book. But when I was reading the original book, a lot of the shit was taking place during COVID.
Yeah, that's a
lot of, like, literally a lot of the shit that he is doing in this book. It was either taking place during or it was taking place after COVID had hit, but it's supposed to be a prequel because in the original book, Nemesis killed. That was basically who he killed, but in the original book, they just didn't say his name, but he killed Steve Jobs, and this was right after Steve Jobs had passed for real.
Yeah, like for real.
I know folks were mad, boy.
Right. Okay, you know what? Boom. And then we can move on from it. But I'm gonna give you a quick run through of the original Nemesis, Bishop. Nemesis was the original tagline for it was, "What if the Joker was Bruce Wayne?"
Yeah.
What if a rich playboy went all around the world, got trained by all these people, but he was a sociopath like the Joker? That was the original tag for it. It was just a bad dude doing horrible things. Like literally the first issue, he killed Steve Jobs. One of the next issues, he wanted a mayor or a presidential candidate to air out all his dirty laundry. And if he didn't, he was going to let the world know that the presidential candidate's son was gay. And he put a bomb inside the president's candidate's daughter, and if they tried to go inside to take the bomb out, it would kill everybody. But this man was wild. No. It gets much worse. The bomb that was inside the girl was attached to her fetus because she was pregnant, but the baby was her brother's because Nemesis had her inseminated with the brother's semen, so they had to let the baby come to term or she'd blow up.
Okay, let's just stop right there.
Okay, so
Bro, what?
in this new
Nemesis,
book,
y'all.
in Nemesis Reloaded, it's not going that far yet. In this one, he went into a prison, broke a bunch of people out, and now they're just killing police officers and things like that. But the thing about the Nemesis book, the real big twist of the whole thing is Nemesis is not one person. It's a company that I almost said rich white people, that rich people can then can rent Nemesis and do a bunch of fucked up stuff. It's for rich people to do fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
That the character of Nemesis. You're just buying the name, getting the clothes, using your money to just do a whole bunch of fucked up stuff, and then somebody else can buy it, and then they can be Nemesis, and then this person can buy it, and they can be Nemesis. That's the whole.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing of it.
Yeah.
But yes, I read the first issue, and it was nowhere near as fucked up as the original. It was
no, it was still good though. It was a good read. I wasn't mad or anything when I got done with it. I didn't feel like my time was wasted.
The first book was edgelord storytelling at its best. This new Reloaded #1, it was all right. It was fun.
Yeah. Ed Boy in the Cuts got the $5 super chat, says Captain Marvel and Monica can work on the same team. The Ultimates had the most stacked team of all time, and it worked. You just need good writing, which is true, because that was a team that not only had Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau, but it also had Blue Marvel. It also had Black Panther. It had America Chavez. And more or less, Galactus.
Hey, that was literally, what was that? The first 4 issues, they whooped Galactus and got him up out of here. Just to show you how strong that team was.
They put paws on Thanos too. They put paws on Thanos.
I wish that was going,
Okay, so who was the villain then? Since they would just sounds like they were just OP. Would they fight themselves?
The universe.
The universe, yeah, pretty much. Basically, the whole the point of the Ultimates was to stop problems before they became problems. Like they tackled like case in point, Galactus was one of the first things they tackled. They were like, well, why don't we just make it where he don't have to eat planets?
Yeah, so he's not the world eater. Now he's the light bringer.
Yeah, he was the light
he
bringer.
was back then. Yeah, so he was helping.
They made this man change his whole life, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't purple anymore. He was orange.
He was like it was like a goldish. He was supposed to be gold, but yeah.
But when I tell you the enemy, the villain of this was the universe, I literally
he literally means the universe. Well, it was also that and the Anti-Man. Was the that was that too.
But it was the universe is actually
okay,
the universe is actually a physical thing.
Yeah, like they even went like you remember the Ultimate Marvel comics?
Yes.
They even went up against the Avengers from that.
Yep.
They went against the Ultimates?
Yeah, the Ultimates were
Remember
against the
when
Ultimates.
I sent you that picture of Blue Marvel uppercutting the shit out of a Hulk? That was them.
It was the Ultimate Universe Hulk that he up because he broke his jaw.
Even though that's tight, I don't like that because I love the Ultimates. That's one of my favorite books. And I'm like, damn, bro, they had to break them off like that.
Yeah, they toe them up, toe them off. But I guess with that, let's move on. We got another one here. Says Nick D. Oh, he says, need to hear the new jingle. And have any of you cats read the Street Fighter comics from Udon? Says, I love Street Fighter, the games, and the lore. Just curious. Hope you guys' day is mighty. By the way, yeah, thank you, Nick D, for that. 2000 party over. Oops, out of time. Thank you for that. Look, I knew somebody was gonna do it.
Somebody in the chat said, "Turn Galactus vegan, bro."
They did. Look, he was a life bringer, man. He was a life
He said,
bringer.
you know what? I don't think I want to eat planets anymore. How about I'm sorry, y'all. I made a mistake. Let's do something else.
Yeah, was it Master Order and Lord Chaos? Yes, they were also the problem. But yeah, let's move on next. Like I said, we still got tons. We're not done yet. We're not out of the woods yet. Here, let's do that and move on to the next one. Carter, you know who else we got out here?
Who's that?
Wolverine and Ghost Rider. Right again.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Until you told me who was writing this book, I did not give a shit.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's totally fair. So for those who have not been keeping up, So Benjamin Percy has already been writing both Wolverine and Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze. So it made sense that he would do something, especially with how much he kind of factored in Wolverine to some of those middle issues of the Ghost Rider run so far. So now we are going to be seeing Wolverine and Ghost Rider teaming up once again, this time as the Weapons of Vengeance. So there you go. There you have it. I don't know how this is going to... I'm not really 100% certain on everything going on here, but it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. What we know based on this is that it says from the blurb, it says, Hot Shot Writer Benjamin Percy has proven to be a master at crafting hair-raising sagas for Marvel's most hardcore anti-heroes. This summer, he'll bring together his hit runs on Ghost Rider and Wolverine and explosive crossover Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance. This story is, as far as we know, is partially set in the past. Not fully, but it is partially set in the past. I don't know how it's going to tie into some of the stuff that's going on with Ghost Rider currently, because some of you may or may not know, Danny Ketch is back. He was recently recovered.
Not miss an issue?
No, it was at the very end of the last issue. Did you read Ghost Rider this week?
I thought I did.
Yeah, that was Danny.
Go back there.
Yeah, that was Danny Ketch at the end.
Can we look at that? Can we look at that cover again?
Yeah,
Yes. Shout out to the boy of a friend of the show, Ryan Stegman, is doing the cover for this series.
It is. That's Stegman and Friends right there.
That's pretty tight. But I will say, my initial thought when I looked at this cover was, why does Wolverine have to have a bike too? I'm just saying, like, are they riding together literally?
Yeah. Well, y'all know Wolverine had always had motorcycles. That's his thing.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure, he's had motorcycles, but I just think that's kind of funny that it's like,
well,
that you said you have to ride again, and they are literally riding again. Okay?
They are. Well, so here's the funny thing. I don't know if you've been keeping up with Ghost Rider, Poshi, but basically, what's been going on?
Cosmic.
Oh, you been keeping up with Cosmic?
So Carter told me about the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and I said, that sounds like some of the coldest shit I have ever heard. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you sent me like 3 of those comics, right?
Yeah, the only 3 that have come out, you got them.
Right. Yeah. And so I was like, dog, like, how is this not talked about more? I love that character.
Funny thing, and then we can get back on Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
Stegman recently tweeted out a drawing he did of Cosmic Ghost Rider. You probably can't see my Ghost Rider that he did for me back there. And he was saying that, you know, we need to do a lot more with this character. And basically it basically sounds like he thinks he might have some ideas, and he also has some books coming that he is writing.
Yes.
So we actually spoke it into existence. We said it here when we had him and Donnie Cates here that he should be writing, and Donnie should be doing some art on some books. And lo and behold, now Ryan Stegman is writing. So if this means that the character that he helped create, he can write some more stories for him, I'm all for that.
100%.
Anything Cosmic Ghost Rider, I'm trying to see it.
Yeah, but going back to Johnny Blaze, this current run, for 2 people, being Ernie and myself, who were really pissed that the Ed Brisson run got cut at the knees.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This Benjamin Percy stuff has been a breath of fresh air. Not hitting the levels of King of Hell, Johnny Blaze riding around with Mephisto on a chain, making this motherfucker all over Vegas.
That was nice. I like that shit.
Danny Ketch being the
spirit of corruption.
The spirit of corruption, that big ass Buster Sword, bruh, that man was cold.
I'm about to say that run. I hate that it never got finished. Never got finished. But for those, because I think it got cut off at like issue 7, I believe it was. Yeah, it was issue number 7.
With you telling me that Ketch is back, my fingers are crossed with this.
Yeah, here I want to show I
This
want to
man
show.
looks like a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah. Look. No, you know when you see that motherfucker, you know what you start hearing? You start hearing that Elden Ring.
Yeah, I was about to say this is an Elden Ring boss.
That's all I heard. Whenever I see that motherfucker, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get the great sword out and beat this motherfucker's ass. This looked like some millennia shit.
Spirit of corruption. That's pretty cool.
So I'm hoping we might get something alluded to.
And Wolverine factored into that story a little bit because Wolverine was hanging out with Johnny and Danny at that point, I think too. So it was like a little mini Midnight Suns almost.
And so when you first told me about this book, I thought it was just going to be maybe like a little, kind of like, they've been doing like Gray Hulk and like little Peter David minis, but this is actually a mini event for Ghost Rider. It's going to start in its own book, which is Weapon of Vengeance Alpha, and then it's going to continue in Ghost Rider 17 and then Wolverine 36 before Weapons of Vengeance Omega. So I think this will be a nice little break from the exhaust stuff with Ghost Rider, as well as even though I want to see this Hank McCoy shit. This is a nice little break from Hank McCoy and Wolverine and the exhaust stuff with Blackheart and coming back into the forefront.
So, no, you know we got another rider coming.
What you mean?
We got another rider coming.
I did not know that.
Bam! Actually, I think that might be Danny Ketch.
That $20.99? Like $20.99.
It kind of does too. But no, so like they're experimenting
on that a little bit.
They're here, I got you here. Let's see. So like look at that.
This man got the Weapon X.
He got the Weapon X helmet. Yeah.
I think this is gonna be kind of what you were just talking about, because so for those who have not been keeping up, Danny Ketch was revealed. I actually was waiting to do a video about this, but we'll talk about it now. I'll probably still do the video. But Danny Ketch at the end of, was it Ghost Rider number 10? I think it was Ghost Rider number 10 was the last book that came out. Issue number 10, the very last page. Danny is caught up. And he was literally referred to by, it was an epilogue at the end of the book. And you know what might have happened, Carter? They did this thing where they were so to put it like this, so Carlos Carlos Pacheco had died, and they put there was the readout of that. They put, so Marvel did this weird thing where it was like it was in really weird spots.
Yeah. I've seen that with a lot of books when I read them at the shop.
Might have skipped it because I don't know if it was in the physical versions, but I know in all the digital versions of Comixology, all of them had that page before the last page. So if you got to a page like, oh, you saw this, like, okay, that's the end of the book.
I guarantee you that's what happened. The last page. I read it at the shop. Okay. Bet. Yeah.
But that's why I was saying that I think that this has some correlation with this, because he's got he got the T-800s, he got the T-85s on him.
That the flames are green
because of the spirit of corruption.
Yeah,
I think that's still the case.
That would be cold.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I think the whole Weapons of Vengeance thing, I think a lot of this is going to end up tying in. I think this is all going to kind of wind up going together. Also, speaking of Danny Ketch has his own miniseries coming up to celebrate his return.
Okay.
It'll be called Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be by Howard Mackey and Javier Saltares. But this is actually a prequel. This takes place in the past, so it's not. This isn't like anything current. It doesn't have anything to do with the Weapons of Vengeance stuff. This is legit just going to be a Danny Ketch 5-issue mini that comes out on May 17th. So, so that's what you have to look forward to there.
DJ Lionheart, you got one more time to bring up those Wolverine hot claws. I'm banning the next motherfucker that brings up those Wolverine hot claws.
The hot claws.
I promise to God, bro.
Dude, I kind of legit miss the hot claws. I thought they were cool.
What's wrong with y'all, bro? That made.
Hold on, hot claws. What is this?
So when Wolverine died during the Death of Wolverine story arc, he came back during the Hunt for Wolverine story arc when it was revealed he was in fact still alive. And he came back, he had gotten a secondary mutation. And the mutation was that he could make his claws heat up.
Okay,
so that's
before
why
you
the
continue,
hot claws thing
let me make sure I'm correct here.
Yes.
So you're talking about after he died. You're talking about when he was encased in the adamantium.
Yeah.
Dead Wolverine. Okay, so he came back with new powers.
He came back so basically when he came back, he had a secondary mutation that made it where he could heat his claws up and they would practically be on fire. And basically what it did, so like Marvel vs. Capcom and then X-Men Children of, like he would do like the Berserker Barrage. That's basically what it looked like. That's how I looked at it. I got it. I got it right here.
Angry, regular Wolverine. He could go in his mind and pick, because it was a prison in his mind, and whichever Wolverine he needed to come out in a certain situation, he would just unlock that cell and let that Wolverine come out.
That was a thing.
While his claws was hot.
That was also a thing.
They actually got action figures for this.
Yeah, they did. They most certainly did.
He can cook the steak without the grill. Y'all gonna stop.
I'm gonna be honest.
I thought it was hilarious.
You said what?
This looks like some meme shit. Like this is for real.
It kind of was. It kind of was some meme shit.
Bruh, I'm sick of Wolverine, dog. I'm sorry. No disrespect. No disrespect to the Wolverine fans in the chat. But quite honestly, I feel like y'all have had y'all time. Y'all need to sit down. I'm like, bro, what?
Now, Ernie, you gotta tell me what this is in regards to Rogue and Gambit.
I keep hearing about that too.
Paquin and Gambit versus Wakanda.
Somebody said hot and ready claws.
The hot and ready claws, yes sir, yes sir. So this is a part, and you know what? This shit's kind of hilarious. I can laugh at this. I know a lot of people are gonna be tight about it, but Carter, I'm gonna pull this image up, and I just want to see what you got to say.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on. Hey, dog. Hey, get that off the screen, dog. Is that Black Panther?
Look, wait. Hold on.
Is that Black Panther, dog?
Yep, that's your. Hey, how y'all like y'all precious Rogue now? Y'all always be talking shit about Rogue when I want to bring up Captain Marvel. So now, how y'all feel about Rogue now that she put she did the Macho Man off the top rope on y'all boy Black Panther? Now what? Here, I'm putting it back up. There you go. Look here. Enhance. Look at his eyes. She'd have knocked the fool out this dude. Look, Rogue came in and was like, oh yeah, you see, brother, the Macho Man Randy Savage is gonna come off the top rope. He's gonna jump. He's gonna glide down, and he's gonna bring the elbow down on you, T'Challa. Yeah, that's what happened, y'all. Y'all caught it here. I'm putting it back up. There you go. That's y'all precious Rogue. Y'all always want to be like, yeah, Rogue. Yeah, but now guess what? Y'all still like Rogue now? Y'all still Rogue stands?
The Elite X1 is in the chat. I mean, she is a Southern white woman. Are we really surprised?
Hey, look, she what do they used to call them? Grits, girls raised in the South.
Hold on. You know what makes this even worse? Isn't Gambit Southern as well?
Yes, he is.
You see what Gambit? Wait, hold on. I want to zoom out.
Go for this.
Look, no, here. You see what he doing? You see he lining the shot up so he can bop Black Panther.
Why is it the 8 ball? Why is it the black ball?
Oh wait, here.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
bro, who was responsible for this?
Someone said call Dr. Umar. Charlotte Baker get his crotch hit by the 8 ball. Look. Hey, TJ said, I got you for 3 minutes, T'Challa. 3 minutes of playtime.
You know what? You can't even say that. It's not just Gambit is Southern. All 3 of them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? Take that back. That was a different book. But no, look. So yeah, you had 2 Southerners going after.
This is a lynching. This is a hate crime.
Wow.
Like that to me, that cover says, "Go back to Wakanda." That's what it say to me. Like, like what?
Like, but see, this time they actually mean take your ass back to Wakanda. Don't you come around
literally?
Here no more.
Like they say, go back.
Well, and here's the thing. So let's go ahead and put this out in Front Street. Wakanda and Krakoa have already been at odds. Not like physically, but Wakanda don't want shit to do with Krakoa, and Krakoa, while they want shit to do with Wakanda, they just like, all right, fuck them dudes. But
yeah, it's some. Well, if you don't like us, we don't like you. But it was because of Storm.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't even just that. It was there's that too. Wakanda, they really don't like Krakoa now because of Storm. But the real issue is that everything Krakoa was trying to offer Wakanda had no use for. They didn't need Krakoan medicines because they already had medicines of their own. They didn't need any of this other shit because they had shit of their own.
Hold up.
All lives matter, sugar. Wait, hold on.
Herb Sweet in the chat said they get their orders from Cap.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Oh, God damn. Said for real. No. Wait, hold on.
All lives matter, sugar. Oh,
bruh. No, hold on. Wait, no. Phil Banks said for real. Captain America said it, but Rogue meant it. Oh, goddamn.
Oh, dog.
Look, you can practically hear Rogue saying, boy.
Yes.
Look at this. Wait, hold on. Look at this shit. Look at it.
Dog. Why is this happening?
He didn't want her hands to have to touch a Wakandan, so she had to put the jacket on and hit him with the elbow.
Yeah,
no, want her hands to get dirty touching her.
We know because normally Rogue had the sleeves pulled up above the elbow. But this time she said, no, I got to pull the sleeve down because I'm afraid his blackness will rub the black off his suit gonna rub off on me.
Why did I ask you to give me some more info on this book? I don't want no more info on this book just off the cover.
Look, here's what I'll tell y'all. This is Rogue and Gambit is going to be a 5-issue miniseries where they'll be trying to stop the downfall of Krakoa proactively, mind you, using information Destiny, who, for those who don't know, is more or less the one of the adoptive parents of Rogue. Yeah. Has Destiny, who can see the future, has given them information about it and why a Black Panther ally, who some of you may know as Manifold, who is a mutant, is the key to saving Krakoa. Basically, what they got to do is they got to put... So basically, even though they putting paws on Black Panther, they putting their arms around Manifold to protect him. And basically, the Avengers are not happy about this because we got to remember Manifold is also he's also an Avenger. And apparently, the Avengers don't take kindly to their quotey fingers, Negro going missing. So wait.
I want to see if you correlate these two.
Okay.
First off, I want to say nobody except me saying Roadcraft Country. Wait, what? 5 issues of Southern Justice, bruh.
Oh my goodness, dog.
So
I want to say Roadcraft Country, bruh.
Roadcraft Country. Yes.
12 years of Wakandan. Okay.
Oh
This Dr. Strong was saying how Rogue gonna hate on T'Challa, and her mama is literally colored. Mystique about as blue as she want to be.
Right. Hey, you know Rogue one of the Blue Lives Matter folk. y'all, look. Wait, I love this one right here.
Herbert Scott, that was a deep cut. Rogue not Unity Squad no more. Oh, fun fact, Bishop, because I don't think you know this. So, after Avengers versus X-Men, Steve Rogers was trying to make it so that mutants and the Avengers were a united front. So they made the Avengers Unity Squad, which brought a mutant on the team that was the leader, and it was Rogue.
It was Rogue. It was, in fact, Rogue. So your G said this got dark quick. Yeah, you know what else got dark?
She said enough.
Look, you know what else got dark?
Right.
That ass whooping. That ass. Wait.
She said Rogue said enough with the political correctness.
Right. She said, she's like, I'm tired of your pronouns and not being able to say Merry Christmas.
All right, so real quick, because I want to see if you get this correlation, Ernie. All right, so they got Destiny that saw of the future, and now you got Rogue and Gambit that are trying to stop this from happening. Correct?
Reparations.
Is this not how shit got real in Civil War II with Captain Marvel?
Yeah,
kind of. Shit went left. What are we still doing this?
Oh, I mean, I guess. I mean, I like how. Wait a minute. Claudia said, Manifold, aka I legit made a Sun Rasengan. I don't know if you read that, Bishop, but during the King in Black story arc, that dude legit made an actual Rasengan out of the actual sun. That dude is a whole menace. But no,
I never heard of him until today.
Manifold. He's an Aboriginal mutant.
Yeah, I'm looking him up right now.
He's cold. He's cold. He is cold. Basically, originally they used to say that he was like a teleporter, but actually they've clarified it. He doesn't actually teleport. He communicates with the universe, and the universe just lets him do whatever he wants in regards to bending and folding space and time, so long as they care to do it. So basically, when he teleports someone somewhere, he opens a portal to another place. He's basically asking the universe to do it for him.
Okay,
it's an interesting take. That's Al Ewing who added that little wrinkle. But
Sean Holmes, this is not Marvel's Civil War II, because I don't know if you know or you were just trying to make a joke. They actually did a Civil War II. Instead of Captain America versus Iron Man, it was Captain Marvel versus Iron Man.
Yeah, I think he knows. I think he was like clarifying, like or something along those lines. But yeah,
please tell me more about this book. I'm not gonna read.
Basically, that was it. That was pretty much it. Basically, Wakanda is going to be gunning for Mr. and Mrs. X because they trying to figure out, because y'all got to remember, Black Panther and Manifold are boys. So the fact that Manifold is missing is got Black Panther a little tight. So that is why that happened.
For something like this, I feel like if she sees this future that is just chaotic with Wakanda, I feel like you would have sent your heavies, and you send two Southerners to go after
Rogue.
She was trying to make a statement.
Rogue is a heavy. I mean, but
okay, good point. Good point.
Both of them are. But
this ain't Anna Paquin. This ain't Anna Paquin Rogue. Rogue is back to being the Rogue she was in the 90s.
And isn't Gambit a technically a Omega level mutant?
No, he is not.
No.
He is not an Omega level mutant by any stretch of the imagination. No.
I feel like I want to say he was at some point, did somebody say he had the potential? Or am I thinking about Ice?
I think they said maybe he had the potential. He's an alpha level mutant. He's an alpha level mutant. Which alpha level mutant isn't bad. Like pretty much most of the mutants that are in Marvel are alpha level mutants, which basically means alpha level mutant. For those who don't know, an alpha level mutant is a mutant whose power is readily suited for combat situations and can be applied on more on beyond just situational levels. That's basically what an alpha level mutant is.
Someone in the chat saying he had his potential contained by Sinister.
Yeah, that was what it was.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, yeah.
He had Sinister touch his brain, and that ended his Omega potential.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
also,
what I figured.
I want to point out, she elbowed this motherfucker all the way back to Cole Tiger.
Like, dog.
He ain't Black Panther
Why
no more.
is that
He
the cover?
Tiger.
You done showed that cover a little bit too much. You enjoyed that.
Why is that the cover, dude? Like, why does it have? They couldn't have been. They couldn't have been like tussling. Like, why it's got to be an elbow drop?
Hey,
like, just.
This is the cover for the quartering crowd. This is the cover for all the comics. They say, hey, we see Comics Gate. We can make covers for y'all too.
What said segregation now, sugar.
But yeah,
I want to know what Destiny saw now, because I got a bone to pick with her.
Said Gokon said with $5 super chat says, imagine the look on the Wakanda guards hearing here to the South Dollar General Mayo talking about we came to save your land. Oh, we came to save y'all darkies, sugar.
Bruh, you got whooped by Captain America, and now you getting hands from Rogue and Gambit.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Too southern.
Look, if Colossus would have done it, he'd have been dead.
God.
That dude had brain damage. The South would rise again with his elbow drop.
Okay, we need to do another story. Let's go.
Let's move on.
Somebody said Rogue played by Gina Carano. Hey, bro, I'm done.
Wait a minute. I want to see if I can find it.
Stop it. Stellar Avenger saying rip a blush at this cover. That's fine.
Oh, you know he did. Dude, let me tell you something. I bet you Young Ripper like got a hard on when he saw this. He said, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff I want to see.
I ain't in it. Oh my!
Look.
Can we talk about something else, please?
I'm gonna look. No, I just want to say something, just real quick. You know somewhere, Gina Carano saw this cover, turned around, was like, "Ooh, can I get up on that?"
She call it Disney right now.
Yeah, she like, look, I know I'm problematic, but I would love to come back and play Rogue. Well,
I know I messed up with Star Wars, but can we start over? I heard you need someone to play Rogue. Dog.
Okay, real quick, since we on that Gina Carano subject, and we can move on, please. Let's move on, please. She did since she got the boot from The Mandalorian and Disney, she did a film for the Daily Wire.
That's Ben Shapiro's.
Ben Shapiro's
network.
Yes.
Apparently, the film she did for them for the Daily Wire only made $814.
Yes,
yes,
dog. Yes.
800. Remember how they say you go woke, you go broke? I mean, apparently if you go anti-woke, you go broke.
Dog.
Oh my god. But no, let's move on to the next thing. Next thing is we actually got some solicits for Spider-Man issues number 24 and 25. We will finally be getting answers as to what the hell Spider-Man did at the beginning of beginning of the relaunch of Zeb Wells' Amazing Spider-Man that has the Fantastic Four absolutely positively tight with Peter Parker. Why they don't fucks with Peter Parker no more. Basically, the cover implies that Spidey might just have to solo the Fantastic Four. He's gonna have to solo Marvel's first family. And if Spidey is anywhere close to the levels of fuckery that he was back in the 80s, he could very easily do it. because he used to solo the X-Men on the regular. And it was like 8 or 9 of the motherfuckers.
So how is it going to look for Peter Parker to be soloing them? But you know he's not really going to be soloing them. He's going to have the Norman Osborn assist.
Yeah, no, he's gonna have the Norman Osborn assist. That is not lost on me.
Just in case you don't know, Bishop, he's actually working with Oscorp.
Yes.
Norman made him a new suit.
So is Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel is also working with Oscorp.
She's undercover though, I believe.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Norman made him a new suit. He got a damn glider now. Now Norman is the Gold Goblin. He got his own suit and glider, but he don't know if he.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, back during the Nick Spencer run on Amazing Spider-Man, the Sin Eater basically shot the Sin out of, because basically what he did, he had a shotgun that if he hit you with it. And this wasn't the original Sin Eater. This was like a new guy. But he had this upgrade to the power where like the Sin Eater could like, basically, as his name would imply, eat the sins of other people. But
it looked like a yellow lantern.
Yeah, more or less. And
shit tight.
he basically, the Sin got shot out of Norman, so now he feels actual guilt and remorse for all the terrible things that he has done over the years, and he's now trying to turn over a new leaf. But the trouble is that he still has the Goblin still like in the back of his head. So just like in the movies where Willem Dafoe would be like talking back and forth to his reflection and shit, he's doing that shit here as well.
It's not really there because all of that was taken out of him. It's more his PTSD.
It's but like there he still has that urge where he's like, do I be a hero or do I be a
Banky asking, isn't there a Red Goblin? It's his grandson.
Yeah.
And that recently just got brought back in the newest issue of Venom: The Dark Web.
He's called Wild Child, technically.
So there's two Wild Childs now. You got the one saber.
No, not Wild Child. Goblin Child. Goblin Child. Yeah. I don't know why I said Wild Child, but yeah, it was Red Goblin and Goblin Child. I don't know if he still goes by Goblin Child because technically the symbiote isn't evil anymore either. So
yeah, so they didn't even give him that name, but now it's also a combination of the red symbiote and now it's white for some reason as well. So
I have no idea.
He got the Red Goblin head, but his body is white.
Yeah, I think it's something. Who
are we talking about now? The Red Goblin?
Yeah, the Red
it's
Goblin.
Norman Osborn's grandson, Normie.
Yeah, Normie Osborn.
Normie.
I don't know if you were keeping up with it, but like basically, Red Goblin was Norman Osborn had gotten his hands on the Carnage symbiote.
I remember that. Yeah.
And when he put the symbiote on him, he was Red Goblin, and he was.
I remember this now. Yeah. It was...
But yeah, Norman and Peter have been working together, and apparently, Amazing Spider-Man number 25. We're gonna finally get the answer as to why. Like, I mean, we know why because technically, Norman and Peter. We get the idea of why they're working together, but we're going to find out more about the real reason why. And basically, the Solicits says that by the time you get to the end of it, it's going to make you question who's in the right and who's in the wrong between them. So whatever that is supposed.
Is that John Romita Jr.?
Yes, that is. Yep.
Oh, look at him.
Yep, that is John Romita Jr.
Well,
John Romita Jr. has been on the book since, not every issue, but most of them.
Yeah, well, looks like I might need to look into this.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been enjoying it. Carter hates it. So there you go. Take with that information what you will, sir.
Well, I mean, I think if it's as long as it's, I think at this point we could say that if it ain't superior, I don't want it.
Yeah, He knows. Yeah. He gets it. He gets it.
Yeah.
We got some super chats here I want to get on right quick too before we move on to the next thing. We got one from the homie Tubes the One. It says Manifold, like, I got the whole world in my hands. I mean, he kind of does. He can do whatever he wants. Manifold is kind of high-key busted. I'm surprised that he's not considered an Omega level mutant because he's the most powerful teleporter by my estimation in Marvel Comics. Like, his range is infinite. He has no limit to his range. He can teleport anywhere he wants. He does not have to know where the place is. I don't even think he has to know where the place is. I don't even think he even has to have been there before, and he can teleport without error. It's not like Nightcrawler where he kind of has to see where he's going. It's like, nah, he could just go. Or at least with Nightcrawler if he's never been there before. But yeah. We also got another one. The Elite X1 with the $5 super chat says, Rogue has turned black once, right? Check what the fuck I posted in the comics channel in Discord. Okay, here, I'll take a look at it here. Let me see.
What?
Let me see this.
I know Lois Lane had turned black once.
Wait, that time Rogue kissed a black man and became black. Excuse me?
Huh? Oh, that was when she kissed when she gave Gateway a kiss. Yeah. That was a thing.
A minute.
Yeah. That was a thing. Here, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can see it. So we can have it on the screen. I don't remember what this is from, but here, let's see. Let's go to bam. There it is. But yeah, she gave Gateway a kiss and turned black. She went look at it because you can see it right here. The skin, like she got white skin here, white skin there. She starts glowing. She starts sweating, and next thing you know, bam. She black now. Yeah, Marvel don't like to talk about this. I'm gonna have to look and see exactly what issue that was. I don't remember the exact issue, but I'm pretty sure. Here, let me see.
Oh, have mercy.
Yeah, that was a whole thing that happened.
Lord, mercy.
Yeah. Yep, that was the thing. I see the Reddit thread for it. I'm trying to see if anyone actually knows what issue. Let's see. So far, I don't see anyone. I guess technically she turned. I guess, well, if you want to be technical, Gateway is Aboriginal, which I mean, honestly, that's just a nicer way of saying that you a black Australian. But
yeah,
but
that's what hit me just with the chat.
Yeah, but I mean,
that man said Kiki Palmer was on or something and didn't even know it.
Damn. Look, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to tweet Kiki Palmer and show her this image and be like, see, there's hope.
Yes.
There's hope.
Yes.
I'm gonna tweet it to her. Y'all think I'm bullshit? I'm gonna tweet it to her and be like, here
do
you
it.
go.
Please do it. I'm gonna retweet it.
Here,
wow.
Look here. I'm just look here. Here we go. Let's see. Bam. Let me see if I can find. Let's see. There it is. Look, I'm gonna be extra ignorant about this too.
He was the one saying, "I'm mad she actually looked good as a black woman too."
Right?
Man, I think we all knew that that she would though. I mean, right? She's slick. Kind of got the look anyway.
Oh yeah, she kind of did actually. Now here's a question I have: when she stole Rogue's power, she didn't turn African. So I want to know what she doing. Was she holding back? She holding back on her powers?
Oh.
Yeah, she like I'm only gonna take this much because I ain't trying to turn.
Yeah. She like look, I ain't trying to fuck up my credit score.
Yeah. She like yeah.
So is she trying to hold the blackness back like Cable holding back the techno-organic virus in
right.
Trying to get it whole
Oh Lord, I'm so done with y'all.
All right, the 199 from It Will Be Okay saying Uncanny X-Men number 269.
Uncanny X-Men 269? Okay, I'm marking that down. I'm gonna have to see if I can find that. Uncanny X-Men 269. Matter of fact, let me write that down because I do not want to forget it.
Maybe go and read that book. See how ignorant it was.
Jesus Christ.
Bruh, that is... Oh, and you know what I just thought about? Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta see something real quick. Uncanny X-Men 269. What year was that?
Oh boy.
What year was that? Because that actually will explain a lot of things.
I mean, judging by the art, it looks like it's either from the 80s or the 90s.
Yeah, that's 269. 269 would have been 1990. Yeah, it would have been 1990. Oh, I remember. Dude, how did I forget this? Okay, so in the pantheon of Captain or of Carol Danvers versus Rogue stories, yeah, which also makes sense why I should have known that this was the issue. That's the reason why she's there in the first place. Is because that's the issue where she was fighting back against like her and Ms. Marvel were at odds. Remember what they adapted in the animated series where like they were fighting each other like inside the mind, and like there was like the zombie version of Ms. Marvel. That's what they were adapting when they came out, when they did that episode. It was from that. But here, let me see. I'm trying to see if. Oh wow, that was also the issue where Rogue was butt ass nude for like a hot split second in the issue. Lord, get me out of here.
Say what now?
No, I said Rogue was butt ass nude for a New York minute in the issue. Lord, have mercy.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that issue again?
You know what?
This degenerate.
You know what?
This degenerate.
Hey,
269.
I'm asking for the chat.
269.
The chat wants to know.
Yeah, we got it right here. That's with the one I forgot to highlight earlier, but yeah. It will be okay. He got it in here. Yeah, Uncanny X-Men 269 from 1990. Lord have mercy.
Venom Absolute saying, so Rogue is the only white woman to turn black and says she ain't going back.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. Lois did it too. A lot of folks forget about Lois. Lois went black. She was black for a whole issue and went right back to being white again. But what was funny about it was she got mad because Superman Slick, like he had some feelings about her being black.
Wait a minute. What's that? Markellen Siegler is saying that was also the beginning of the Rogue Magneto flirtation.
Yep. That was. That was good Lord.
So you see what I'm saying? They saying in the chat, they say, what's the name of that issue?
Yeah, look, they like, man, I need to see it. But no, the Dark Maniacs with the 26 months in the Blerd Club Gold Mine says that's why she couldn't hold back to blackness. She was running from Captain Marvel. She was scared and couldn't control her powers. Lord. She's like,
so
my powers. My powers, sugar.
I won't allow this. What else are we talking about? What else is on the agenda today? I won't allow this foolishness because we had two just really foul things come up today.
Back to back nonsense.
Let's talk about Christopher Priest real quick. We got Christopher Priest is gonna be on the Superman comics. It was actually announced yesterday that Christopher Priest, he of Deathstroke fame, he is going to be writing a 10-issue miniseries celebrating the 85th. I think it's 85. I think it's 85 years of Superman. But it's a 10-issue mini called Superman Lost. And he will also be working with, and I'm gonna fuck this dude's name, Carlo Pagulayan. I had to say it slowly so I don't fuck it up. But this is going to be a story that's going to feature a lot of time travel, Superman being trapped in space, and returning to Lois only to reveal that something terrible has happened and that he and Batman were the likely culprits behind it. It's going to be interesting. But the whole thing, Carter, we actually talked about this last night because I think you were the one that was going off about the costume. This is also where we're going to be seeing the white super suit.
The
white super suit.
The unfinished
super suit. Look, hey, yo kids could color this in super suit.
Yes.
But I don't know how this is gonna play out. I don't really know. All I know is that
went from T'Challa getting whooped by two Southerners. Then we go to Rogue with the black body. I can't even say black face. And now we got Superman
with the all white.
In his Klansman attire. Like, come on, dog. The Ku Klux Kents.
The Ku Klux Kents, you ain't shit.
Yes. Clark's name, it starts with a K now.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
Okay, I'm going to tell you flat out.
Clark Kal-El Kent. KKK.
Yes.
We didn't crack the case.
Kal Kent.
We didn't crack the case.
Clark Kal Kent.
Oh no, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So let me tell you why I don't care about this. And you're probably gonna give me flack for this because I think you really, really like this book and I don't. Mm-hmm. Did you read the most recent issue of Black Adam?
I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet.
You've Super Clan. Yeah, I gotta stop.
Not the Super Clan.
I don't know what it is about Christopher Priest's writing in this Black Adam book because I really enjoyed Deathstroke. Mm-hmm. But Black Adam feels like it's being written by like a Mark Millar, where it's like it's a white dude writing a book how he thinks a black person would write a book. Just because of some of the shit that's in that book to me. So I don't think that book is really hitting on all cylinders like previous books from him, whether it be Black Panther, whether it be Deathstroke, or various other books that he has done. So that's what makes me nervous about this Superman book. Because if we're going off Black Adam by any
characters in this one. I mean, he's not writing any black characters in this one, so you got nothing to worry about. But I mean, here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm saying. The same thing you're saying, the same thing I heard people say about the Milestone comics, talking about, oh, black people don't talk like this, black people don't talk like this. And here's the thing. I think what black people don't realize is how ridiculous some of the shit we say sounds when it's written out. I mean, and it's not a diss against our culture or anything, but we do say a lot of silly shit, but it sounds funny because you're hearing it, so therefore you're getting to hear how it sounds. You're not just reading it in plain text. Like a lot of the things that, like honestly, the way that the characters in Black Adam speak, I've literally heard people that are younger than me talk that way. I mean, maybe black people our age don't talk that way, but younger black people do. and
it's still cringe, though.
I mean, but here's the thing though, it's real. So I mean, you can either be mad that he wrote something that was realistic, or you can just be an old motherfucker and be mad that times have changed. I don't know what to tell you. It's one of those things that I don't let shit like that bother me, because
is it possible to pull up a panel from this book so we can have a visual
talking about for Black Adam? You'll have to give me a minute, and I don't really want to spend time talking about like we're at 2 hours and we still haven't even finished the shit we got to talk about. But I will just say this. Does he sound over the top? Yes. But I have literally been at the fucking grocery store or the mall and seen black folks, like black teenagers, talk the exact same way. That's all I will say about it. So it doesn't bother me. It's not an unrealistic thing. It's quite realistic. It just, we don't have to. In the words of Macho Man Randy Savage, you don't have to like it, but you got to accept it. Of course. But moving on, because we are at 2:11 and we still got 3 more things to talk about. I'm probably just gonna cut shit. Actually, we're gonna cut Doom Patrol because there's nothing to talk about there. We're not gonna talk about Doom Patrol. We're not gonna talk about Carter's favorite thing. Right. We're not gonna talk about Carter's favorite thing. We're just gonna kick that to the curb. What we will talk about though is we will talk about Milestone. Oddly enough, because we were just talking about him, so it's apropos. We're gonna talk about Icon versus Hardware by Reggie Hudlin, Leon Chills, and Dennis Cowan. Yeah. That book is coming up. I believe some of it drops in February. But we got a little more insight on what's going on with this book. I don't know if you keep up with any of this, Bishop, but Icon versus Hardware is going to be a story arc that is going to basically chronicle Hardware, who's basically like Milestone's version of Iron Man. He has found a way to go back in time, and he's discovered that there's a lot of crazy shit going on that the government's been hiding from people, things that they've been manipulating from the past, and he's using the time machine to go back in time and fix those things. But there's one problem. Every time period he goes to is a time period when Icon, who is Milestone's version of Superman, was around. For those unfamiliar, Icon is a character who crash landed. He's an alien who crash landed on Earth, and his body was shapeshifted into that of a black person's. And he was around during slavery. So if you go back to any time, going back as far as the 1700s, you will it's very likely Icon was there. So that is kind of the deal with that. But this solicit basically gives us the impression that as far as the time travel shenanigans go, it's not to say that Icon actually successfully stops him. Apparently, there are going to be some things that are going to happen that are going to lead to some major changes in the Milestone media universe. We don't know what those are. It could be anything. They could be temporary. They could be permanent. Well, actually, no. I think they will be permanent because it actually says that Hardware's actions will change the Milestone universe forever. So they will very likely be permanent. I will say the cover that will, we've had so many covers today that are just kind of wild and out of context, would probably be crazy to some people. So I'm going to share this one because I think it's hilarious. But we got a cover featuring Icon sidekick Rocket looking like she just got sprung on by the Yellow Jackets.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. They done busted her glasses up. Look, they done busted the girl's glasses up. And these are definitely some white girls. Look at that white fist balled up.
Oh no.
Look, she saw that road cover and she was like, no. We getting in on this too. We are getting in on this too. So yeah, it's I don't know what that means, or it's probably honestly just for shock value, but yeah, there you go. It's going to be interesting. I will say, as far as the Milestone changes, the only change I see that could be the thing that would be the most shocking is if whatever it is that Hardware did changed their universe to be more like the Prime DC universe. Because for those who don't know, while Milestone is a part of the DC Comics publishing imprint, the universe, or the Dakotaverse that everything takes place on, is completely separate from Earth Prime, or Prime Earth.
Clark Kent was killed as a baby.
Yes.
As soon as he landed in Kansas.
Yes. He was what was it, Benedict Lord, the arch nemesis of Icon during his series. Killed that little motherfucker in the crib before he could get out of pocket. So that said, it's a part of the DC multiverse, but not the Prime Earth. So I'm wondering if there's going to be something he's going to do that's going to meld them into the Prime universe, so there's more connection. Because there was some hint that they were going to have like another Worlds Collide type situation. We also got some insight into the upcoming Static, the Nicholas Draper Ivy. Is going to be both, I believe he's going to be both writing and drawing, which looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. The main thing, honestly, the main takeaway here for this one is people are kidnapping bang babies. If you don't know what bang babies are, they're basically metahumans, people who got superpowers at the Big Bang when the police... In this universe, in this version of the Milestone universe, police use experimental tear gas that had a quantum compound in it, and it basically either killed you or gave you superpowers. It killed a lot of people. But the Bang Babies are being kidnapped, and Static is on the scene. He's trying to figure out what's going on. But the other thing is, we also know the Blood Syndicate is going to be getting involved, and of course, Static Shock cartoon villain Ebon is going to be... in this, and I still think that name is... I think the way that they pronounce his name is fucking stupid, but yeah.
I never realized what it was short for until you said it.
Yeah, it's short for Ebonics.
It sounds so obvious when you said it.
Yeah, it's short for Ebonics, because it was the 90s. Yeah. It was the 90s, so of course it was going to be a play on Ebonics. Because, I mean, honestly, anywhere else in the world, it would be Eben. And that would actually sound kind of cold. But... his name is Ebon, so he sounds kind of dumb to me, and it's why I've always kind of been iffy on him as a character. I think his character is cool, I just think his name is dumb. But we also see in this that, of course, they are going to be interacting a fair amount. Ebon is supposed to be clashing with Static at some various points. So we're gonna get to see the big dukeroo between these two. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. It's honestly just more Milestone media, so that's never a bad thing. I've thoroughly been enjoying all of their stuff. I think, Carter, you have also been thoroughly enjoying a lot of their stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
And you got to remember, with you bringing up there might be something with Worlds Collide or something to that effect. Nicholas Draper Ivy is also doing a Static and Batman Beyond story as well.
Right. Yes, so, that is also correct. Which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people forget that Static was on an episode of Justice League. He was on Justice League Unlimited back in the day. So, I mean, yeah, if anyone has a right to be a part of this, it would be him. And the fact that the Blood Syndicate is involved in this, I think, is pretty cool too. For those who don't know, the Blood Syndicate is basically a gang. They're actually rival gangs who came together using their powers to protect their neighborhood. And their powers were all over the place. It was crazy. But which that book is wrapped up. I'm waiting for that to come out in a hardcover trade. I need to get both that and the hardware one. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. It looks good. Bishop, have you read any Milestone? Are you like Carter? Are you a new convert or didn't know about Milestone up until recently?
So Carter actually is the one that put me on to Icon and Rocket. I actually own it. I haven't finished it yet, but I've read
that's
a pretty good amount of
it. This is the original,
right?
Yeah, this is original.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the OG.
This is from the 90s.
I got the new hotness.
Yeah. See that one that you get.
Ernie got the
that one that you get, Carter. That's the one. That's the one that I have.
Yeah, we have the CD. Ernie got the cassette tape.
Oh yeah, I can look and rocking that motherfucker proudly. Now I do have this one. This one I do have. This is the Static book. But yeah, I used to fuck with Milestone back, like I was actually buying Milestone comics in like 92, 93 when they were originally coming out. To show some age here. But no, but yeah, it's Milestone, it's back. They're doing a lot of crazy stuff, so I'm here for it. I'm always glad for more Milestone media. I won't be upset about that. And then the last thing, this is more of a memorial thing. We can get through this one actually pretty quickly as well. Carter, it finally happened.
What happened?
The Avengers have been disassembled. The Avengers are officially disassembled.
That because of Jed McKay.
No. Crystal Dynamics have fast-tracked their plan to cut Marvel's Avengers content in 2024. They revealed in a final update yesterday that the game's last patch will be on March the 31st. The patch will be update 2.8. All support for the game, as well as sales of Marvel's Avengers, will cease on September 30th. So basically the way the statement read was after 2.5 years and introducing 12 of Earth's mightiest heroes following update 2.8 on March 31st, 2023, we will no longer add new content or features to Marvel's Avengers. All official support for the game will end on September 30th, 2023. Update 2.7, which added the Winter Soldier hero and Cloning Lab Omega level threat, is the last new content to be added to the game. No new cosmetics are coming to the marketplace, and all final balance updates will occur in update 2.8 in March. So basically the state of the game will be whatever it is after that. And they also revealed that while the game will not release new content or be available for purchase after September 30th, all online gameplay, including multiplayer, will continue. The servers will still be live. They say following update 2.8, credits for the marketplace will convert to in-game resources, and players will no longer be able to purchase them for the game. Now, that might sound kind of crazy, but that is because all cosmetic content in the game that you would normally use those credits to purchase will become free to download for those who already own the game. So that's all the skins, nameplates, takedowns, emotes, all that shit. All that's going to be in there. And they also said events like the Red Room Takeover will still rotate every 2 weeks. So the game will still be active. It just, they're not going to be adding anything to it. Go ahead.
Real quick. Two things that I didn't even realize until someone on Twitter said it. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man is still going to be exclusive to PlayStation.
Yes.
Even with all of this happening, he's still exclusive, so other people can't get it.
Nope.
And the second thing was that this game got 2 years worth of content, and they still fumbled the bag. Mm-hmm. And Guardians of the Galaxy got nothing.
Yeah, well, so here's the sad part about that. The sad part about that is, while Guardians of the Galaxy was an infinitely better game, and I think probably closer to what people probably wanted from a game of that type, the problem is that they felt that Guardians of the Galaxy did not sell gangbusters like they hoped it would. Like,
that was because of Avengers. Because I told you, I told a lot of people, the reason I was not checking for Guardians of the Galaxy at first was because it was from the same people that did Avengers.
It wasn't even just that. Well, no, it wasn't even just that, though. It wasn't even just that. I think the thing a lot of people are missing with that is that, and also it was not the same people. Not the same people, Carter.
In the sense of wasn't it still Crystal Dynamics?
No.
Who was that?
It was Eidos Montreal.
Didn't they do,
Crystal Dynamics did Avengers.
Okay.
Eidos Montreal did Guardians, so that was two different teams. But no, I'm going to tell you the reason why people didn't fuck with it at first. It's because the initial marketing for the game, people hated the fact that you could only play as Star-Lord. That's why, because every person I saw talking about the game on Twitter, that's what they were talking about. Anybody who was saying that they blamed Avengers for why they didn't want to play Guardians of the Galaxy, even though they were two completely different games made by two completely different studios, that was people just reading misinformation or just not knowing who the fuck was who. This case, it was like everybody I saw talking about the game online, the discourse was, this game looks cool, but I don't like that I have to play as Star-Lord. I can't play as Gamora. I can't play as Drax. I can't play as Groot or Rocket. I can only command them to do shit and just interact with them in cutscenes and in between gameplay moments. That's why people didn't like the game or didn't want to play the game at first. But then when all the word of mouth got out that the game was actually fire, and in spite of all the complaints people had, that's what got the game, and of course some very timely sales at the time. That's what made the game go up in stock a little bit, but it didn't sell gangbusters because basically and now I will say this, the publisher of the game is the same. That's Square Enix. But Squeenix rather, they were upset that the game didn't sell like billions of dollars, because that's what they always did. It's kind of like with Hitman. Hitman was considered a failure because it didn't sell Call of Duty numbers. Tomb Raider was considered a failure because it didn't sell Call of Duty numbers, and they're of the belief that people don't play single-player games. That's why it failed. It didn't have anything to do with Avengers. Avengers was honestly probably... I mean, if it did, then those people were just letting misinformation fuck their head up.
Are they both Eidos?
No. Eidos Montreal did. That's what I keep saying. Crystal Dynamics did Avengers. Eidos Montreal did Guardians. Now, yes, they're under the same publisher, but it's two completely different development teams. Like two completely different development teams, two completely different engines.
And it's unfortunate because even though you're saying all that, people will see that they're both under the same umbrella and just jump to that conclusion.
Like you did.
Yeah.
And that's
absolutely.
It was the same issue with Midnight Suns. Not but people having a preconceived notion about a game that they have not played and just deciding to dismiss it out of turn because it doesn't look the way they want it to look, or it doesn't play the way they want to play. And just about everyone that I have gotten to play Midnight Suns has come back to me after complaining about not being interested in the game, has come back to me and said more or less that they enjoyed the game. Like, it's not like, oh, this game was trash. Like, no, they're like, dude, actually, this game is really fun. And I think if you're a comic head, even more so, especially if you're like a deep cut comic head. So yeah, I just think that, well, personally, I've said this multiple times, Carter, you and I, we've said this multiple times, at least I've said this multiple times to you. My opinion of Avengers was, it's a fun game if you have friends to play with. If you do not have friends to play with, or you are playing the game by yourself, you will probably have a very miserable experience. And being a person who did play the game solo, I still enjoyed it, but it was largely because I just didn't care. I largely play single player games anyway, so it didn't really bother me to not have people to play with. It just made me play the game less because I did everything you could do and I was done. Yeah. But that said, we're not going to be getting She-Hulk. She-Hulk was supposed to be the next character that was going to be dropped. She was literally announced, and now she will not be joining the game, as well as the other myriad characters that were leaked when the game was, before the game even came out, like Vision, Scarlet Witch, War Machine, Captain Marvel, Shuri, Mockingbird. None of those characters will be playable now. So, yeah. Game Pass could not even save this game. That's the thing. It was free on Game Pass. That was like, I think that was the last hurrah. Mm-hmm. And they were like, all right, well, that's it. That's it for that. Let's see here. I'm going back and looking. Goddamn. Y'all ain't shit. We got Roybot here with the 16 months says, nah, we must keep the skullduggery alive. Why y'all do this right before Black History Month?
No, why did they do that? You know,
I mean, look, I'm just saying.
These doggone covers are wild, dude.
The covers are wild this week. I like I said, it is what it is. I have to laugh at it, otherwise I'll cry. We also got Bergtown Music Group with the $4.99 says, where did your failures lead you? Back to me. I mean, here's the thing. Was Avengers being a live service game the right move? No, it was not. They could have just let that game be a straight up. Honestly, if they just let it be a single player beat 'em up or a multiplayer beat 'em up, I think it would have been fine. Because the gameplay of the game is not bad. Gameplay is actually pretty damn good. It just sucks that it's tied to a live service game. That's what sucks about it.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if I wanted to play Destiny, I would just boot up Destiny. Also, I think what sucked about it was that you tried to put a game out that was the type of game that it was when other games at the time were going free to play. I think if the game would have came out free to play, I don't think people would have complained as much about it. They probably would have played that shit and been quiet about it. They probably would have bitched, but I don't think they would have been as angry. But yeah,
nuts.
But yeah, see. I want to point out something. Me and Elite X1 had a back and forth about Midnight Suns.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the other. Okay, I thought you were looking at Tyrone's comment.
No, I haven't seen it yet. They did give you another Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's called Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. It's on Nintendo
that's the
Switch.
one I thought you were talking about. Yeah, just go get a Switch if you want Ultimate Alliance, big dog.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But no, me and Elite X1 went back and forth about whether or not Midnight Suns was going to be a good game, and they checked it out for themselves. Like, oh shit, yeah, it actually is a good game. Like they're right here saying it's fire. So I mean, that just goes to show, like, you know, when I. And once again, I put the cape on so hard for Midnight Suns, largely because I had been following the development of the game so closely. I knew what I was getting. So that's why I was as adamant as I was about it. Like I said, I don't get that adamant about shit unless I'm like really dialed in. But let's do this real quick. Let's do our recommendations right quick. Mine is quick. Last of Us on HBO Max. Go watch it. There you go. Even if you played the video game.
It's good. It's good
still
stuff.
good. It's still good.
My
Go ahead,
recommendation,
Bishop. Or yeah, whoever.
Yeah, my recommendation, just as quick. Go read Midnighter.
Midnighter. And what you got, Bishop? You got to recommend it?
I actually do, and this is gonna be funny for those of you that know, but this is not comic book related or video game related.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have not seen it, it is on what, HBO?
Mm-hmm.
Go watch The Menu, dog.
Oh,
that movie is crazy, dude. Hey,
I need to add that to my list.
Hey, anybody that's in the chat that's watching right now, if you've ever been to art school or you're familiar with that bougie art crowd, watch that movie. I'm telling you, like that movie is a treat. That's all I'm gonna say. Check it out.
I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's see. Do we have any questions from Discord, Carter? Have you looked in there yet?
I did, and then dipped. I saw 3. Yeah, and it's still 3. It's still 3.
There you go. Okay, cool. Well, let's keep it that way. So, Qdama says, do you think X-Men villain Fei Long is behind what's going with Iron Man? Yes, I do actually. Going back and looking at some things, I realized that I was like, oh yeah, it's Fei Long. And the mess up part is they kind of told us it was Fei Long from the jump. I just didn't think about it.
Fei Long from Street Fighter?
No, there's a new Marvel character named Fei Long, and he is a rival businessman who radiated himself to give himself superpowers, and he works with Orchis, who is the mutant, the anti-mutant organization. But basically, he's one of the key pillars of Orchis. He was an Asian dude who is now inexplicably pink.
Yeah, I'm looking him up now. Like this man got mouth beams and shit.
Yeah. He fucked off a whole mutant on a Rocco with like one bad breath. That dude said, "How you doing?" And
this man got the Dragon Ball Ozaru beam. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, he ain't playing. And then Massagel 4179 says, I would love to see a DC Comics title featuring Mr. Terrific, Steel, Cyborg, Bronze Tiger, Bumblebee, and Mal Duncan. What are some good story ideas to bring them all together? Well, I mean, the easy one is they black.
Colors.
They in a barbershop one day and some shit just pop off and they got to come together and take the whole thing down. But no, I could. That's one of those situations too where, yeah, like that's a whole cadre of black characters who probably all, I don't want to say know each other, but I know for a fact they are all at least aware of each other. I know for Mr. Terrific Steel, they of course know each other. Cyborg, Mr. Terrific Steel, yes, they all know each other. Bronze Tiger, probably more. I would say Bronze Tiger isn't necessarily in the friend group, but just because of his his moral alignments over the years. But Bronze Tiger is less of a villain these days, so you never know. Bumblebee and Mal Duncan, I'm pretty sure they know Steel, Cyborg, and Mr. Terrific, especially Cyborg. So yeah, there's that. I don't know what you could do to really pull them together other than just have them in the same place at the same time. But you know how DC is about black characters. You can't have too many of them in one spot. Otherwise, there's a crime going on. Anyway. Sorry. I did.
Oh, no.
I hit the button on myself. Urban Prince of Strong Style says, evening, Blerd, Carter, and Brother Bishop. Question of the day is, do you think Marvel should create stronger supervillains that give the Avengers a run for their money? They have.
I'm going to say they have.
They have. The problem is that sometimes they're too busted.
Mm-hmm.
They're too busted. I mean, because think about it. I mean, while granted Null was created for Venom, Null was a problem that literally everybody had to come together to beat. They make new villains. It's just the thing is, either fans don't gravitate to them the way that they hope, or something else happens. Or maybe the villain isn't written specifically well, to where it just, people just don't, fuck with them like that. But for me, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I would say that of the villains that we have seen over the last decade, yes, some of them have been kind of goofy, and some of them haven't necessarily stood the test of time. Some of them have been powerful. I know a lot of people don't keep up with Captain Marvel, but one of Captain Marvel's recent villains was a whole problem that it took a whole bunch of other former Captain Marvels to stop. Which was Vox, which was a whole problem in and of himself. Hell, a lot of people don't even know that motherfucker literally split the atom on Captain Marvel and made her two completely separate individuals. So, I mean, yeah, they make new and compelling villains. It's just that, sometimes people aren't reading the books that they're in. And then we got Rat Paragon. What do you guys think of Will Poulter's Adam Warlock, casting in general and look? We've actually talked about this before. I'm perfectly fine with it, but and I think Carter, I don't remember your opinion on it, but I will hand the floor over to you and Brother Bishop.
I don't care until I actually watch the thing.
Yeah.
Then I will have an opinion on it. The look, he's gold.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him in the trailers. I mean, he looks like he's supposed to look.
Yeah. Ask me again after I've seen it.
I about to say, Bishop, have you seen Adam Warlock in the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, that's a sigh.
I was just about to say, you talking about what is it, Power Man from the Goofy movie? I mean, I don't really have many thoughts about it. I mean, I'm just glad that he is like golden looking, like he's kind of supposed to look, and he's got the gem on his forehead. But I mean, they didn't give us enough for me to make any real assessment other than okay, he's in the movie. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, no, and that's 100% fair perspective on that. That's pretty much how I feel about it. I'm just like, when I see I think he looks cool. I mean, we kind of knew what he was going to look like based on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Because of Aisha. We saw her and that he's going to look just like her, just it's a dude. But I mean, I think it's going to be fine. Let's get into questions from the chat, and I'm going to give us 10 minutes on these, and then we're going to get the fuck out because we're not going over 3 hours. No, sir. No, sir, we are not.
Yeah.
But let's see here.
Who do you think would win who would really win Storm versus Vulcan if they were left alone? That's an easy one.
If they were left alone?
Yeah.
I still think Storm would have clapped him. I mean, I'm just being real. I still think Storm would have got him. I still think Storm would have got that ass. Because here's the thing. And it's like I said in the video I did for it. Vulcan is nothing but rage and fury. He's not a cerebral assassin. Even if she didn't have help, she would have fucked him up eventually. She even revealed she wasn't even using the full brunt of her power against him. Like, she was just waving him off. And just letting him wear himself out. Like she literally said it. She rope-a-doped him. But let's see here. Let's see what else we got. Do we have any, Carter, do you see any others? Do you see any other questions?
I'm scrolling.
Let's see. I'm going back and looking. I'm kind of skimming it too. Let's see. Oop, I'm not seeing. Oh, here's one. Here's one from Bill. Here, let me move this out of the way so we can actually see it.
Ooh, the Blerd Cave.
he corrected it later. It's like Blerd Cave host. What are your predictions for the Sins of Sinister one shot this Wednesday? Also, Rogue Redux is the title of Uncanny X-Men 269. Yep, that is the title of that.
Noted.
But yeah, Sins of Sinister, the one shot coming out this week. I think we actually are going to get confirmation of the thing and I actually didn't think about this. I don't know why I didn't talk about this in the video I did for Immortal X-Men number 10. Bishop, have you been keeping up with Immortal X-Men any at all?
I haven't been keeping up with any of the current X-Men.
Okay. He hates Krakoa.
Oh, he's a Krakoa hater.
No, I don't hate
hater.
Krakoa. I do not hate Krakoa. I'm just tired of it. Because I mean, I think the Quiet Council and all that stuff and that. I think all of it's cool, but
put the pitchforks away.
I'm to the point now where I'm like,
wait, hold on, wait a minute. I got to do something. I didn't think I would have to do this, but am I gonna have to play the video, Carter? Am I have to play the video that the statements? The statements that are being made here are bishops and bishops alone.
These statements that are being made in no way represent the Blerd Without Fear or Carter from Carter Presents TM. Trust.
Yeah, these thoughts are mine alone. But
goddamn.
But again, like I said, I haven't been keeping up with it outside of what I've been hearing from Carter.
Yeah,
and all of it sounds pretty interesting. I'm just kind of like, eh.
That man said, "Tell the truth, Bishop." Jesus Christ.
He's like, tell the truth. Tell the truth. But no, here's the thing. I think we're gonna get, I think we're gonna get more confirmation on. I think we're getting more confirmation on the fact that Xavier did have some Sinister in him from the jump. This is, and I didn't bring this up in my video. I don't know why I didn't. I think it was out of my mind at the time. But this is actually something I talked about in my video for Immortal X-Men #8. The fact that Destiny revealed in that issue that that Sinister had injected his DNA into various mutant families, like Sebastian Shaw. He injected his DNA into
he got Kevin Bacon.
Yep, he did. He got him. He also got Juggernaut. He got Juggernaut. He got Xavier. Yeah. I think one of the other characters is Hazard. I think I might be misremembering. It's been a while since I did that video. I don't have my notes for it in front of me. But now
that we know that Xavier is a Sinister,
yes,
like. I was gonna read the one shot anyway, but now that we know, now that we have confirmation, so now a lot of people are gonna say this was the reason. We told y'all it was something wrong with him. Charles Xavier ain't never like this. Y'all full of shit. But
no. he
now that we know he's a Sinister, now I'm really excited to see what the fuck's gonna go down.
Also, a shout out to this. I forget who it was that brought this up on Twitter. I don't have it in front of me right now, but they had brought up this panel I'm gonna show, and this is actually something I brought up back when the issue of House of X #5 first came out. Look in the dead middle of the screen.
Oh, never noticed that.
Yeah. That actually went over a lot of people's heads. The diamond, the red diamond on the DNA injector, that was a dead giveaway from the jump.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, that was a dead giveaway from the jump. A lot of people didn't catch it. But yeah, Xavier has actually, or not Xavier, but every mutant,
bro. Everybody, bro.
Oh yeah.
So I will say that right there is one of the things that when I heard about that I thought was cool. That I was like, because I like Mr. Sinister. I've liked him since a kid. I thought he was like just a cool looking dude. But now that y'all are bringing this up, because I thought this is what y'all were referring to. Have you all seen the meme panel of Xavier taking that helmet off with the diamond on his head, saying, "I'm somewhat of a Sinister myself"?
That was it. That was me.
That was last issue that just came out.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay,
Hey, dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Carter, Bishop, Sinister out here so wild. He catching motherfuckers not even just in the comics. Carter, I didn't want to do it like this, but I got to make a reveal.
Okay.
I got a little Sinister in me too.
All right, y'all. I have enjoyed. I have enjoyed my time here on the Blerd Cave today, y'all. This has been fun. It's time to go now.
he's like, I'm out. He's like, I'm out. Carter said, I'm done with y'all. He said, I'm done with y'all, man. He said, I can't fuck with y'all no more. He said, stop the cap. Oh, goddamn. But no, I didn't make that. Someone made it for me. Someone made it for me. So I hate it. But you know what? Now I want to get a little red diamond and just put it right here on the forehead. Just rock it on every video. But I think with that said, I would if it weren't for the super chat, I would end the show right here. But what I will say is we have also got Cloudy D with the $2 super chat. Let's see here. Let's see. Can I make? Oh, this is being weird. Let's see. There. Oh, nope. That okay, there it goes. There it goes. Now things are working like they should. He said, who should be added to the Omega level list? Well, a lot of characters have been added, but I do definitely think Manifold, I mentioned earlier, should be added to the Omega level list. I would say. I would also say. Whew, man, who else could be added?
Gambit.
Nah, keep his ass off there. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't done shit. No, I will definitely say that most of the characters. I actually am kind of shocked that Sunspot has never been put on that list. I definitely think Sync should be added to the list of Omega level mutants, especially considering that Hope Summers is on that list, and they have the exact same superpower. And Sync has yet to hit his upper limit. And not only that, but Sync can mimic not just mutants. He can mimic the powers of anyone. They could be alien, human, mutant, whatever. Hell, he copied the symbiote, the Venom symbiote, recently in Venom number 14. So yeah, there's that. He's also copied Spider-Man before. So I mean, yeah, he can do way better than Hope Summers. Hope can only sync with other mutants. I will also say, I think that... No. That's really the only ones that come to mind right now. Those are the only ones that come to mind right now. Let's see. I'm going to look for one or two more that I can answer real quick. Frantic World says, have a question. Did you guys watch Velma? I've watched the 4 episodes. I can honestly say that the series is not for fans of the Scooby-Doo franchise. No, it is not. It is meant to be...
Not at all.
No, it is not meant for... And it's not meant for children either.
Oh, yeah. Please do not.
No.
Please do not let y'all children watch it.
No, please don't. You will... Your kids gonna be asking you some questions. I'll put it this way: if you wouldn't let your kids watch the Harley Quinn show on HBO Max, do not let them watch. Do not let them watch Velma, because my daughter saw it. Like she saw the advertisement for it on HBO Max, like the little thing for where you click on it and watch it or whatever's being put up front on the carousel, and she's like, oh hey, I was like, oh, can we watch that? And I was like, nah, baby girl, this ain't for you.
No, not that.
Melman says, on gaming licenses, do you prefer if Marvel and DC are given to the most reputable studios so you get a banger every time, or spread them around to many studios and get more hit or miss games? I would rather reputable studios, personally. Agree,
definitely. Those characters are too beloved. They have too much history to be given to some... for lack of better words, amateurs.
Yeah. A conversation the Elite X1 and I had about the Warhammer franchise. The Warhammer franchise basically gives their games to anybody. Don't do that. While I have generally enjoyed many of the Warhammer games I have personally played, there are some bad ones out there. I just apparently have never played them. Sean Holmes says, are there any connections to Marvel's Externals and Eternals outside of them being products of celestial experiments? No, not really. And not to mention the Externals are all dead except for Apocalypse and Cannonball. I think Selene may or may not still be alive. I know Or no, she got killed recently, and I don't think they resurrected her because of what she did on Krakoa, unleashing those monsters. So yeah, pretty much all the externals are dead. Let's see here. I'm looking again to see if there's anything else. Let's see here. Yeah, Cloudy, she did copy Scarlet Witch during AVX, but we also have to remember that was when Scarlet Witch was still thought to be a mutant. So that's technically been retconned. So yeah, that was kind of it was kind of the same thing with Sync. Sync copied Spider-Man years ago, like over a decade ago. And then he never did it again. He never synced with another like non-mutant again until recently. So they may change that with Hope, but honestly, if Hope is considered an Omega level mutant and Sync isn't, we got a big problem here. Though they have hinted that he is an Omega level mutant, but I don't think he's been officially added to that list in a data page or anything. So who knows? Let's see here. How do you feel about the last issue of Doctor Strange? Well, you know, it's funny. I have a video coming out about that, but I will just say to keep it succinct, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool, and I cannot wait to see what Jed McKay does next with the series. And I hope that we see that fusion form that came up in that issue. I hope we see it more often. And last question. Banky says, so is she still considered Magneto's child, referring to Scarlet Witch? No. She is a creation. Both her and Quicksilver are creations of the High Evolutionary. And the High Evolutionary doesn't even consider himself their father because he legitimately created them. He didn't do it the old-fashioned way.
His father in the sense of he's been around.
Yeah, he's been around. Yeah, he is.
When did this happen?
This was Uncanny Avengers from like 2015.
Yes, it was.
That was the Unity Squad stuff.
That was back during the whole Unity Squad thing. But yeah, it was. So basically, long story short, go back to Uncanny Avengers number 4 from 2015. That was when Rick Remender was on the book. Yeah. That was when the retcon happened. So she is not the daughter. Neither her or Quicksilver are the children of Magneto. And she is not a mutant. She is not considered a mutant anymore.
I always thought that was weird anyway.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's a mutant, and her power is magic. Okay. Weird,
right,
okay. Right. Let's see here. So it's Polaris is it's only Polaris. Bill says, are you caught up with the Bishop issues of X-Men Legends? No, I have not been keeping up with the X-Men Legends as of late. I'll have to go back and reread it. And yes, he does have High Evolutionary does have a new daughter named Luminous, who is a genetic amalgamation of Wanda and Pietro. Yes, that is also true. Magneto does still consider her his child. He considers both Wanda and Pietro his children, but it's more of an adoptive parent as opposed to an actual like genetic parent. But yeah, Scarlet Witch is a witch, but like her power is hex magic. That's her power. I always thought it was weird that her mutant power was magic. That's what I was referring to earlier. But that is everything. That is everything. That is the show. We are done. We're getting out of here because we are almost at the 3-hour mark. Bishop, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you had a good time. I hope it was fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And hopefully we get you back on. But
I'd like to do that.
All right, then it is settled.
Those covers were wild though, dog.
Hey, you never know. We always end up with some crazy shit going on this show. Let's go ahead and do our little or actually here before we head out, is there anything you want to promo before you head out? Any of y'all here, if you didn't catch it earlier at the beginning of the stream, I am also a streamer. I am somewhat of a streamer myself. I stream on Twitch. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Poshib. That's POSHIB. I stream mainly like fighting games, but I also play a lot of other games too. And
So yeah, you come by and holler at me.
Oh, you beat
sometime.
me to
it. Yeah. Links are in the chat. So yeah, man, y'all come by and holler at me sometime, man. I've enjoyed myself today, man. This has been fun.
So let me ask you this then: Monster Hunter today? World.
Which
let me say that. World.
Hey,
because you said you were thinking about streaming today, and it's already on my PS5.
Yeah, let's go ahead because I already got everything set up on mine too. So all I gotta do is boot it up.
Let's go.
All right. Wait, so a PS5?
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it installed. I might run with you. But anyway,
let's do it.
There you go. Here you ain't shit. It's a nice meeting you. Ernie Carter, little brother. Y'all ain't shit for that. Y'all ain't shit for that. Anyway, it's time to get out of here. For Earth's Mightiest subscribers, for Earth's Mightiest patrons, for Blerd Club, for Earth's Mightiest listeners. Almost forgot about y'all. Hey, y'all are a thing. Remember, don't forget to rate. For everyone in the chat, the super chatters, the lurkers, everyone who has supported us, for Bishop, for Carter Presents, I am the Blerd without fear. And Mr. Sinister, you can go to hell.
Bye.